What's going down, Facebook? I hope everybody's doing good today. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. You can find us everywhere, man. This is Ice from the Word is Yours Entertainment. And I'm here with my special guest, one of my good friends, my partner, James Big Cleveland out of Baytown, Texas, man. How you doing today, Big?
Man, what's going down, man? How you doing, brother?
Doing great, man. It's an honor to have you here, man. Like I told everybody here on the podcast, Big, you know, we got people from entertainers, rappers, sports players, wrestlers, MMA, just the nice show we're doing. You know, we have our good friend Shaq Davis on here, and everybody loved it, man. So I was like, man, let me. I know a few receivers, dog.
Yeah, man.
That look like inside linebackers or defensive tackle in Shaq Main's case. But Shaq Main, man. When I met Shaqy, I had read his what do they call that? The bio of it, his college synopsis, right. And it was like, Shaq Davis is a lightning bug, quick feet,
back in the day,
wide receiver. I'm like, Shaq, if you'd have told me you was a pulling guard, I'd have believed you, bro. So look, man, y'all can find us at The Word is Yours, ENT altogether. Word is Yours, ENT on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And then you can find me on my own Facebook page. It's Isaac De La Cerda, but you can find us at The Word is Yours, ENT, all together on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and more, man. So we're about to get into this, man. Like I said, we got James Big Cleveland. See, Big is even capitalized. That boy, Big.
Hey, it's official, man.
So we're about to go through his career, man. He was a wide receiver from here in Baytown, Texas. Went to college in Iowa, transferred over to the University of Houston, got on the Cowboys, and played a little football pass. So, man, y'all tune in, strap in. Y'all get your popcorn, get your vodka, get your juice ready, and let's have a great show, man. Here we go.
Let's get it.
The world is yours. You can hold it in your hand. The world is yours to control and command. Yo, I'm the master of my own destiny. That's right, and I ain't worried about your weaponry. I mean especially the world. Yeah, this world belong to everybody.
Here we go, man. So here's the mic, Biggs.
Okay.
Here's the camera.
All right.
If we don't look in the camera, we end up looking like this.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. The first one I was doing, I was talking like this, and then I went back and watched it. And then the worst one, I was with my glasses. You can't see my eyes. When I watched the top one, I looked like this.
I said, damn, man.
And I was like, damn, why? So just check the camera there. We got the microphone here.
All right.
So, man, let me see who we got. I got to get all my stuff together right here behind the scenes. So I hope everybody's doing good tonight, man. It's a Thursday. We're starting on time today. You know, Biggs understands why the other days we don't start at 9 because our sons play baseball together.
Yeah,
and we don't get to start right on time because our kids have a baseball game that night. So we hey, man, we got to get the vodka to get the juices flowing.
Hey,
cheers, bro.
Salud, Simon.
Our kids play baseball together. So that's why some nights we start the show at 10 because most of the games we've been playing have been on Thursdays. So
crazy, bro. Middle of the week,
man. Late
at 9:30. Like what type of 10 o'clock? Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Star test, but man, them kids will get it, man. Shout out to my boy Renee Contreras, man. Appreciate you tuning in. We're just getting everybody rolling. The podcast is getting rolling. We'll have some more shout outs here in a little bit. We got let me see who else we got in the building, man. Man, my phone was running behind, but we'll catch up on the salutes, man. Like I said, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, the Word is Yours page, the Pharmacy World page, and the Pharmacy World page, man, and the Word You Trust page. So make sure y'all checking this out and stay tuned with us. So let's get into it, Biggs.
For sure.
Let everybody know who you are, man, and where you're from.
Man, James Cleveland, man. I go by Big from Baytown. The name Big come from back in the day. I was a real big kid, had a big head, and then it kind of turned from, they called me Big Dude. Like, damn, that motherfucker big. That's a big dude, boy. That boy big. Then it just went to big, and then, start playing ball, and then it turned into big game, because in the big games, go do your thing. Big game James.
So when you said you had, that would imply that you didn't have longer. The word "had" means it used to be, but no longer the same.
So with him was, I'm gonna keep it G with you.
So I was referring when you said the comment when you said you used to have a big head.
Yeah.
So that would imply that your head either has shrunk or your head is no longer big.
Okay. I see what type of pie we're doing today, but you're right. Okay. So in actuality, my head was big. I had a big head. My body ain't catch up yet.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
My body caught up. It was like, oh, you dropped the big head.
I know what you mean, bro. I just joking with you, man. Yeah, I know what you mean, you know, because like my little son Ali, man, he has like abnormally long arms like I do, man.
Yeah, he do.
And when I was a little boy, they used to call me Monkey 87 from 1987.
Oh yeah.
But bro, I have such long arms, like I could reach like one branch like a chimpanzee and like swing.
Yeah, nah,
and then like on the monkey bars, I could like.
Yeah. Now you got a wingspan like a motherfucker, especially for your height.
Yeah,
you got a wingspan for somebody like I said about 4-5 inches taller than you.
Yeah, man. So when I go to the stadium, they got JJ Watt. JJ Watt's what, 6'6", 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
His wingspan's like 6'8" and something. Mine from one finger to the other middle finger, 6'7.5".
Yeah,
so JJ Watt's only got me like by that much. On each side, and he's about I'm 5'11", so he's like 6 inches taller than me.
So playing ball, man, I've seen some massive individuals. So the ratios in terms of the arm span versus height. Like a lot of times the arm span match the height in terms of okay, the motherfucker arm span is like a 6'6" motherfucker, and he's 6'6". But big dog here, his arm span is like a 6'5", 6'6" motherfucker, but he's 5'11".
You know, it's supposed to be in ratio, right? Yeah. From fingertip to fingertip, supposed to be your height.
Yeah.
If you measure from your wrist to your, that's supposed to be a foot
in proportion. Yeah.
But man, somebody got me somewhere, big. So shout out to my boy Sumate Wakala, man. Wrestler from now in the Houston area. He's out of Arizona. I'm gonna get Suma on the podcast too, man. Shout out to my boy Peter Tobias, Rebecca Gonzalez, Albert Sanchez. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Yeah, Suma, appreciate you tuning in, man. I need to get you on here, man. Suma's a big dude too, man. Big Indian guy. He's a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Like professional wrestler.
So like a wrestler or a wrestler?
A wrestler.
A wrestler. Yeah. Wrestling, huh? Where did you wrestling?
He was in Arizona. Now he wrestles all over. He was in Japan and Canada. So boy's doing his thing, man. Doing his thing.
Shout out to Suma, man.
Shout out to my cousin Michael Blanco. Appreciate you tuning in. You know, I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of fans tuning in tonight because I said you was with the Cowboys, bro. Well, so that's why I had to wear the Oilers shirt. You know, throwback the Oilers, man.
That's how I go.
But anyway, so Biggs, man, you went from here in Baytown League, correct?
Yeah, I went to Baytown League.
You was a Baytonian your whole life.
So I was man, it's crazy. My people from Ohio.
Yeah,
both sides, mom and dad. But my dad got stationed in Fort Hood, and then. He ended up moving to Baytown and moving his whole family down here, and I'm first generation Baytown.
You ain't related to the James Cleveland from the blues singer.
So that is lineage is way down the line. But you know, they're my people there. You know, they're my people.
Yeah, that's dope. See, like my last name is very unique. So if somebody has my last name, you know, we're related. We can figure it out where, you know.
Somewhere down the line.
You know, it's like you know, the Gonzalez or Hernandez or Rodriguez. I mean, it's just impossible. Martinez, you know, impossible to find out if you're related. It's too many of them.
Yeah, it's really different. It's kind of like that with Cleveland too. You know, you find it when you see the name, you pretty much can trace back where they come from. Yeah, for the most part.
It seems like a lot of people come from like the, you know, people don't understand too. Like, you know, a lot of people came from the Midwest and then you know came down to the South, you know, and populated, you know. So your dad was in the military?
Yeah, no, that. Nah, I don't know the details, but yeah, he was in the military in the Army.
That's nice.
He was stationed in Fort Hood, like Colleen. You know what? He passed away, man. Rest in peace, Big James Eagleton. You know, to my much love, brother. I appreciate everything he did for me. I don't know how. I never really got to talk to him about like, hey man, what brought you to Baytown? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody from mama's side or daddy's side, nobody from Texas, period, let alone Baytown. Yeah. And he's stationed in Fort Hood by Colleen, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you end up in Baytown. I never really got a chance to, as an adult, ask him that question.
No disrespect, Big, but most of the times when guys just come out of nowhere, it's either work, women, or all the above. And like I said, I ain't saying that's true. But in my side of the family, my grandpa's,
that's why, huh?
One of my grandpas came across the world from the Philippines.
No shit.
All the way to Houston.
Hey, so check this out. So my grandpa on my daddy's side, his name was James Henley, rest in peace. This motherfucker, man, thoroughbred. He going from Ohio to Mexico, getting dope.
Yeah.
Got caught in Tennessee or some shit, Mississippi. Went to jail, spent the rest of his life in jail. So I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Chasing that free enterprise, man.
Yeah, man. The things like you know that there's a whole bunch of songs like the things we do for love, you know, and I'm talking love, women, money, fame, you know.
Yeah,
people do all kind of crazy shit, man. Like you know, women sometimes are like, man, I thought you were smarter than that. I'm like, you know, we're like two evolutionary traits different from a chimpanzee. You know?
Like, I am smarter than that, just not in this situation this time. You know what I'm saying?
Like the cartoon Pepe Le Pew, right? When that boy smell that woman, he just goes float.
Hey,
the world's on top.
Cool, G, when you really think about it, nothing else fucking matters. We make everything else important.
Yeah.
We is fucking animals.
Yeah.
And you get a dog, all that motherfucker want to do is eat, sleep, and fuck. Right? We smarter so we can add elements and levels to it, but at our core, we fucking animals. Bro.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
So
that is facts, man. Some of us are built like gorillas, like me. You know, I got a very big upper body and long arms, you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
watch out.
Hey.
Shout out to my cousin Sylvester Griffin, man. Y'all, like I said before, if y'all in the Houston area, in the Gulf Gate area, check out LC Desserts, man. My little cousin Lydia, she makes Lydia and Cindy, that's what the LC Desserts stand for, my cousins. They make cookies and cakes and desserts and treats. So y'all hit them up. Y'all get with Sylvester Griffin, that's my cousin, or Lydia or Cindy Griffin. They Lydia Mendez. They make cakes and treats, and they can design a cake for your specific needs. Y'all go check them out. Shout out to my sister-in-law, Wendy. Y'all know Wendy's with me. That's part of La Flaca Fritas y Más. And shout out to my son Giovanni. He just came in here a second ago like he was big dog trying to disrupt the podcast, man. Giovanni, come back in here. It's like a knuckle you up on Facebook Live.
What y'all doing in here?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He put some bass in his throat.
Come on.
Yeah. Come back in here, Giovanni, so we can knuckle you up, bro. So, man, now you know your family's here, got here to Baytown and everything.
Yeah.
And you know, Baytown's a wonderful city. You know, I was just telling, I've done told this story about 3 times on my podcast, but I've been in Baytown now since 2006.
Man. Yeah, you officially a Baytonian.
Just
you
about
Baytonian.
3 or 4 years ago.
That's what I've been.
It's like 2000.
Let them know. Tell the world.
I officially announced that I'm a Baytonian.
Yeah, welcome.
You know, I was born and raised in Houston and downtown.
Right.
I grew up in the south side of Houston my whole life. Then we moved over to LaPorte. I graduated from LaPorte, and then I moved over to Baytown in 2006.
Like Paper, Texas, huh?
Yeah, long paper, man.
Long
Shout out
paper.
to all my people from LaPorte, man. Southeast Houston. Hey, watch out. But, you know, I've been in Baytown since 2006. You know, my kids are Baytonians.
Yeah, bro.
They was born and raised here in Baytown.
Yeah.
And even Ali was born in Baytown. Ali was born in Baytown Methodist, bro, on his birth certificate. You know, Chico was born in Pasadena.
Pasadena.
And, you know, Yanni was born in Dominican Republic, and then Alexis and Giovanni, they got the privilege of born in Clear Lake, you know, with the fancy people.
The privilege, right? I ain't gonna lie, that Dominican lifestyle is living down there.
Man, living nice. Shout out to my boy, Richard Williams. I hope you're doing well, Richard. Hope everything's good for you, bro. Call me, man. We catch up. But, you know, so like in 2020, I was like, I've been in Baytown now more years of my life than anywhere I've ever been.
Right.
So I was like, I got to officially say I'm a Baytonian. So when I go places, I represent Baytown. You know, if I'm hosting events, I give shout outs to Baytown. If I'm somewhere and people are like, where y'all from? I make sure they say Baytown, man.
That's only right, bro.
I gotta represent the Dirty Bay, bro. You know, I got the Fred Hartman across my back. I got a tattoo of the Fred Hartman. I gotta put the tunnel on the
I ain't telling you went from one side to the other. Damn it.
Yeah, man. So you went to Baytown League, correct?
Yeah, I went to League.
So when you was you played junior high school football here in Baytown, the Baytown League, you played Little League too?
Yeah. All my life. So we moved back to Ohio. I say about 2 years out of my childhood. It was like, I remember it vividly because it was grades that I spent out there. So, you know, when you remember these grades, you remember where you spent these grades. And so I spent 2 years back at home in Ohio, but for the most part, pretty much born and raised down here, man.
Damn, man. So when you went back to Ohio, what kind of, how old were you?
So I spent I spent kindergarten here. I spent first grade here. So I spent second grade in Ohio, and then I spent pre-K in Ohio. So it was pre-K and then second grade. So where I don't really remember everything.
Just a little bit.
I remember the memories of the family and being around all my people there, you know what I'm saying? Celebrating these monumental moments in terms of birthdays and holidays and stuff like that, being around all my folks. But for the most part, I was so young, I don't really just remember everything.
Yeah, that's good that Ohio didn't affect your culture, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, football is tough.
No, I know it is.
Football down here is God, but football up there is air though. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like it ain't too far from it.
You know, Alabama's the same. You know, I've worked all over the United States, and like you know, Texas is so big we could be our own country, though.
Yes.
You know, like they call it the Texas Triangle now. That's the new popular
Houston, Dallas, San
Antonio, Austin. You know, the Texas Triangle. But outside of the metroplex of that, you know, I'm talking like West Texas, East Texas.
It's rural.
Football though, bro.
Oh,
I've been on jobs where I was like in Monahans or in Longview, and then in Carthage, in Odessa, Midland. Boy, they take football seriously. On Friday night, you get off of work and try to go get something to eat.
Nothing open.
Grocery stores, everything is closed down, bro.
I got a brother that live in Lubbock. He comes out there in West Texas, Leveland. Shout out Tony. So I'm familiar with it. I mean, even in Baytown, it's got that feel to where back in the day when we was coming up playing ball, when it's Friday night, if it's a home game, you know where you at.
Yeah.
If you're a devout fan, a family member, a relative, a friend, if it's an away game, you know where you at.
Yeah.
Right. So for the most part, if it's a home game, and we had another school, Sterling was there, you know, Sterling there, but at the same time, it was like Lee was what was bringing in the people to the stands because we was winning. We had acclaim. Shout out Dick Olin, man. Dick Olin really changed football at Baytown Lee based on the way he put stuff together, man. He really had a developed program, and we brought people out, bro. It was the show, man. It really was. It was fun, though.
You know, I graduated from LaPorte, bro, and I remember we would play. You know, LaPorte's supposed to be the ghetto, you know, and our people in the stands had like quarters and milk jugs.
You
know, and
homemade maracas.
We played against Deer Park one time. And if we lost, I was just telling my nephew the story. He graduated from LaPorte. If we lost, we would have been tied for district. If we won, we was district champions.
Okay.
And I remember, you know, Deer Park came in. That's our rival. You know, they came in all fancy, all this. And then, you know, we had our people with the milk jugs in the quarters, you know. We won the game. So at that moment in time, that was like the happiest day of my life, bro. You know.
So I ain't gonna lie, this, you know, kind of what I do now in reference to the kids and working with these different sports, track, basketball, football, baseball, is really to prepare them for that type of moment.
Yeah.
Because if you never really play the sport again, that's the highlight of your athletic career at that point. Now, just because it's not to the heights of somebody in the NFL don't mean it's not valuable to you.
No.
You know
exactly.
That moment meant something.
Yep.
So it's just building up for that, man, and to be able to be celebrated whenever it's time, really.
Yeah, man. Do some shout outs real quick. Shout out to Bell Alvarado. Shout out to my boy Juan, man. Appreciate you tuning in, bro. We need to catch up soon, man. Shout out to Robert Montgomery, man. Appreciate you. Good evening to you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. So, Big, let's start going through it, man. You played baseball, basketball, football pretty much your whole life?
So I stopped baseball real young. I regret it, but I stopped playing baseball real young. Once I tasted football, I didn't want to play shit else, honestly. I played basketball just for fun. Most of the people that was in football was playing basketball. I ran track to be faster than football. But once I touched football, I really didn't want to play nothing else other than football, honestly.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to my boy Dion, man. The A1 in Empire. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you, Dion. Y'all can go back and check out the podcast I did with Dion. I think it was like episode number 4, man. We had a great conversation, a great podcast that night, man. Y'all go check out Dion. He's all over the place, doing a lot of things for the city. Y'all go check him out. Go check out his page and go follow him and come out and represent for him. So when did you know, like, football, like, what was the moment that you said, you know what, I need to concentrate on football. I don't want no other sports. I just want football.
I'm going to be honest, man. It wasn't really just a moment that I acknowledged it. What I noticed coming up junior high is my coach, but the coach that I was going to play for in high school is sending people to college.
Yeah.
D1. And I didn't even know what the fuck college was on the cool.
Yeah.
I just knew they was continuing playing football, and the rest of their team wasn't, because they didn't go play, they didn't go to the next level, whatever the case may be. So I just knew that playing video games, bro. Video games nowadays is different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
We play video games, NCAA game breaker, like game day, like we play sports video games that put us on game to give us aspirations. Like, I want to be on this game. These is college people that's on this fucking game. I want to be on this fucking game. How do I do that?
What's the difference?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to be on this game. But it was really just like seeing that my coach, man, I praise him in every opportunity, because he changed my life, the path of my whole family. We all of my, I got 3 brothers. We all went to college, played deep football, scholarships, like based off of the game of football, like to change your life. You know what I'm saying? It had an impact. And it just, you can't beat it, man. You really can't beat it.
That's dope. Somebody had told me, you know, I did my research, bro. And I know we're boys, but you know, I gotta do my research.
Okay.
And somebody said they told you they got free food when you go to college. That's why they said Big was doing everything to go to college.
Hey, listen, it's hard, man. You know what I mean? When you come up and it's tough, it's like you said free meals. What they feed? And then you go on a visit and we go 5-star restaurant.
Yeah.
Steak and shit, steak and potato. You know what I mean? Like the thick steak too, the real ribeye, not the little slim ones that you got to get when you ain't really got it.
Yeah.
You know, and you were like, what the fuck is this big ass piece of meat?
So the main question we're gonna know is, how did you order your steak?
Man, back then it was well done. I'm medium
so we
now.
know. So we
I'm
know.
medium now.
So it's like you
I'm medium now. Hey, back then it was well done though. 17, 18. Well, that bitch tastes like you got treated like 75 times. Like, all right,
and I'm not saying this on a grand scale. I'm just saying this like generalizing. If you're from the hood, you're gonna order it well.
Well, because that's the only way you order that shit.
Until you get a little,
you understand, like,
you got the pinky ring and you get a little fancy.
I never forget, man. It was a white and Coach Irv, man. Shout out Coach Irv, man. I was at University of Iowa on the visit. This motherfucker ordered it medium, and he cut that bitch, and it was red. Pink. I'm like, man, that bitch ain't done. I'm like, wild up here. I'm like, nah, but it was just ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Not really just knowing. I'm like, man, well, I chewed that bitch. I ate like, it was a fucking like a 16-ounce thing. I ate like 4 ounces of it because that bitch was so hard. I couldn't chew it. I couldn't even swallow that bitch, bro. Yeah.
They wanted to, you get a little fancy now. Like my wife, I turned her on to the she would always order well, and then I turned her on to the medium well.
Yeah.
Then she started trying to go raw. Like,
that's too far.
I'm gonna be asleep one day. You'll be chewing on my damn arm.
That's too far, baby. That's too far.
You gotta cook it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You're not lions, baby girl.
I remember I was working at this restaurant. Shout out to my cousin Danny Reese and all my homeboys and all the old people from Shanghai Reds and Brady's Landing. So it was a 5-star quote unquote restaurant right here on the Strip Channel underneath the 610 bridge. I don't know how 5-star.
Wait. Under the Strip Channel with 5 stars.
In the brochure, it would say
5 out of 15.
You get a beautiful view.
5 out of 15 is what they were trying to say.
It said you get a beautiful view of the turning basin of the brown, dirty, trashy water. Maybe back in the 30s, the water was a little clearer.
Hell yeah.
But I was a waiter. I did everything. I was a waiter, DJ, host, bartender, everything. Manager, party event planner, all that shit. My cousin was the big boss, so I was like, his protege. My cousin. And I remember this guy came. He's like, "Hey, I want a steak, a ribeye. Tell the guy to put it on the grill. When it goes, flip it around and let it go, and then bring it to me." That's it, dog. And I remember I brought that shit. It looked raw, dog.
Yeah, it was raw.
And then he cut it. That's not even like they say plasma. That that shit was blood in the potato. I said, nah, bro, nah, I can't do it like that, bro.
Nah, I don't like.
I don't want to be that fancy, dog.
Give me pink in the meat. Pink, not red. Red is not enough.
I like mine a hard medium. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Medium pushing medium well.
So like a little sliver, a little pink enough.
Yeah. I wanted to be moving, but that dude was like, I said, bro, you out of control, man. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to my little boy Ali, man. Love you, puppy. Appreciate you tuning in. We had a good game yesterday. We finally got a victory.
Let's go.
Finally got a victory.
That shit was it felt so good, bro. It was glorious to win. Listen, we coach a little league baseball team together. Our sons play together. And it's tough when you got kids that's not really fully invested in becoming the best player that they want to be to win games. It's hard to win. And when you finally win, man, it's just like, this shit is worth it. This is what all of these fucking losses, all these hours at practice, it culminates into this. And man, the boys celebrated like they won a championship, which is what you want.
And, something that, the league and our teams, the way it's divided up and all that, we only have a short amount of time to get a lot of kids caught up.
Yeah.
And like I told Biggs, my sons are on my team, and being that they're my sons, they're like my higher draft picks because they're my kids. And, we took a lot of losses. And like I was telling Big, I said, bro, I can't have this. I got to do something to get my boys better. I got to get my team better. So we started practicing on Saturdays, like 4 hours a day, running through drills. And it's working because the some of the plays that we made were the players that were at them Saturday practices and getting better. And I got my boy Juan Arroyo, man. He's the manager of the Phillies on TikTok with us, man.
Oh yeah, Juan, what's
appreciate
up?
you, Juan.
Boy,
there ain't nothing but love, bro.
Yeah,
he said Jackson went off yesterday.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey, Juan, if you only know how much work we put into the center fielder Hayden, bro, and how many times we watch him drop that ball and how discouraged,
for real.
Like
overrunning the ball falling over his head, man. It was sweet, man.
Hayden is similar to Bentley, man. They're athletes, bro. They just got to understand baseball. Once he understands baseball, and Hayden is determined, man, and we got him there, bro. But we appreciate you, man. It was a good game yesterday. We don't play, the way some people play, bro. And try to call timeout and push the game. We wanted to have fun. You guys had fun. We had fun. It was a great game, man. So,
definitely.
Shout out to Juan, man. My boy Juan Arroyo. He's a good guy from here in Baytown. Does a lot with the kids too, man. Yo, appreciate it, man. So, when you was in junior high school, what position did you play?
Quarterback.
You was a quarterback.
Oh, I hated it too. I tell you, it's wild because you think people want to play quarterback because they get the rock all the time, but I was a little different. I understood the game, so. And I'm coming up. I'm a young, dark-skinned dude, long hair, facial. I thought I was Ed Reed. You couldn't tell me I wasn't supposed to be free safety. Ed fucking Reed. And coach said, no, motherfucker. You the best athlete. Your ass playing quarterback. I'm like, oh, goddamn. So, and then from there, same thing. Get to high school. My brother in high school, he's 3 years older than me. So he playing receiver. Now, I'm a little bigger than my brother, my older brother. I'm a little taller, a little more weight than my older. So I'm like, look, he receiver, I'm safety. I'm racking receivers up. I'm catching picks and cribbing. Yeah. I'm a free safety. He like, no, you're going to play receiver like your brother. I said, I don't want to play receiver. He said, I don't give a shit. You playing receiver. The rest is history. So I'm fortunate that he had that insight to be able to see it in me, to be able to turn it on and go and do it. But I really did not want to play receiver at all. I wanted to be the person laying the hat, not the one trying not to get hit after he catch it and trying to get loose, So
it's a big difference between being hit and hitting.
Right. Come on, man.
Maybe I remember when I was in junior high school, from junior high school to freshman till I got to JV, I never came out the game. We played offense, defense, kickoff return, punt. We played the whole game.
Every Iron Man.
And I remember we did a triple reverse pass to the tight end. That was a tight end. And I remember I jumped to catch it. Somebody stuck me in the ribs. I don't like.
I'm going back to nose go. Yeah. I'm going back to 3 technique. Goddamn.
I played linebacker and defensive end. Man, I love hitting people though.
Going back to the 5 technique.
But we grew up. We grew up playing. Kill the man with the ball and full tackle football with my brothers and my cousins. Right. Shout out to all the DLC boys, man. I come from an all gorilla, talking about animals earlier.
Yeah.
I come from a gorilla family just like you. There's 3 brothers of mine, all male cousins. Yeah. And if you met one of us, you met us all. We're all the same.
And it's ironic because I met all of them, and this motherfucker ain't lying, man. Shout out to his brothers, man. Much love. They real, they honest, down to earth, and it's just straightforward with them, man. So business, man. Appreciate it.
Like I had said a few weeks ago, we're like a pack of wolves. Sometimes we fight amongst each other violent.
Yeah.
But don't come in the pack.
You're not allowed.
And we used to play kill the man with the ball. My dad and my uncle, they'd be watching us and be like, damn, these boys, we were trying to kill each
other.
Because the competitive nature amongst ourselves to all the DLC boys, and it continues with my little boys, you know, and my cousins and my nephews and you know, all the boys. And shout out to all the girls because my daughter, I got one daughter, and then I got a niece, Alicia, and my other niece, Peyton. You know, I feel because they're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Because all my brothers and I, we all make males.
Right.
So, but we all got one daughter.
Yeah.
And all of our daughters are always like, "Yo, always talk about the boys.
Yeah.
It's always the boys."
Yeah.
But you know, we don't do it on purpose. You know, we gorillas.
Yeah.
But shout out to the queens, man. Shout out to the princesses, Alexis,
Absolutely.
Peyton, and Alicia.
Absolutely.
You know, there's no, you know, like I tell my daughter, you can be mad, you can say I always. She knows she's my most prized possession on this planet. You know what I mean? And the only reason my boys and I exist is to protect her, for her to be beautiful on this world. You know what I'm saying? And my nieces as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
like
I've been around your family and the dynamics of it, and that's exactly how you treat it. It's similar with my family. I got 3 brothers, one sister, so 5 out of 4 boys, 1 girl. You know what I mean?
It's the same dynamic we have.
Similar, real similar, bro.
Alexis like, why don't you buy me some? When I go buy Alexis something like $80,
Yeah, no.
I can buy the boys some Hot Wheels and a line of cake.
And it don't equal one thing that you bought for her.
$1 for some Hot Wheels. $5 I can buy a football for all 4 of them. You know what I'm saying?
And they'll be good.
And they'll be good, bro. Shout out to my boy Tony Montana, man. Appreciate you, bro.
You could buy her something, take it out the box, and get the boys the box.
Yeah, and they'll be happy.
They'll make a game out the fucking box.
Yeah, they'll be happy.
It's square business.
You know, back in the day in the DLC family, bro, in our family, motherfucker was damn near fighting for a box at one time, bro.
Exactly.
We get crazy, bro.
Bro, man, trust me, I know about it. We used to play basketball with a crate. You remember them days?
Yeah,
Old school. And I ain't even that old.
Yeah.
But I was raised by the old school, so we had old school principles in place.
We used to play what people you remember. You're a little bit younger, but there was a video game called Art Tribal.
Yeah,
it's like NBA Jams where you can tackle people and punch.
Come on, man.
So when my family, like my brothers and my cousins, Renee, shout out to my cousin Renee. I have an uncle that's a little younger than me. Shout out to David.
Yeah,
you know, and then a few of my other family. We play basketball, prison rules. You know, it's basically basketball, football. Roller skating derby when it was
roller derby when they were around fighting,
boxing and wrestling all into one. Yeah. So when the ball would go out of bounds, everybody's watching. You can't just run and go pick up the ball out of bounds. You go not looking, you're gonna get blindsided, full blind.
Hey, listen. So man, I was with my brothers, man. Shout out to my brother Jay Clee, Tony, JT. So we played basketball for the first time, I say about 2 years ago, and it started off cordial, and then it turned into us being 12, 14, 10, and 9. Like, these bitches finna start fighting. We hitting that motherfucker like, how my back?
Yeah.
Like, damn, this bitch elbowed me while I'm jumping. Like, nigga, we not enemies. You is my brother. Chill. Like, no, bitch, you not scoring. It's just
you know, I grew up with my brothers in a small house, you know, and, you know, a game of Tecmo Bowl or RBI baseball on Nintendo turned into a full-blown riot, you know, full-blown fist fights. And, you know, my mom, you know, she was small. My mom's a real girly girl. Shout out to my mom. I love you very much. You know, but my dad's just like us. You know, my dad played, all my family, my dad's side of my family, we all play sports. My uncles, my grandpa, my dad, everybody, we all played sports.
Oh, no.
So, like, you know, we're playing a game of baseball, Nintendo, or football.
Anything.
That shit leads into a fight.
Anything.
My mom, I'm calling your dad.
Oh, bro. I just told you we had 4 brothers in the house. I had another brother, a first cousin that lived with us that was like a brother.
Yeah.
Shout out, Boo. He locked up right now, man. He on his way home.
Yeah.
Man. Hold your head. But, bro, we would turn a game of Monopoly into a fight. Like we hustling each other. We like side bet. Like, hey, hold it down, hold it down. Let me get this deal in place. You know,
same thing.
Wow, man, it's the same. If there's gonna be a winner, it's gonna be a fight because motherfucker, all 4 of us finna win. You know, tell me I ain't winning. It don't matter what it is. Go fish. Like I'm finna try my hardest to demolish this motherfucker, and then. Like the kids say, I'm an emote in this place whenever I finish. I'm finna dance. You know? I'm finna show off. That's what it is.
So I got some friends sometimes, they're like, oh, I grew up like y'all. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't, bitch. Because it's different.
It started with my, like again, you met me, you met all of us. You met me, you met my dad. My dad was like it's perfection or nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
And you seeking it.
So like I was telling the other day when we was at the park and I was fucking with you, like, why you spot, you know, like it's a constant, like You have to walk perfect. You have to eat perfect. You have to fucking everything. Somebody, you took 2 minutes longer in the bathroom. Somebody's walking by. Man, what the fuck you doing?
Like, you in the bathroom that long for?
What the fuck you eating that fast? You hungry? What are you drinking that water? What are you starving? Like, it's just a constant barrage of every day. You know what I mean?
Everyone say, "Hey, why you sleep like that?" Like, bitch, I don't know. It's closed. Damn, motherfucker, you gotta snore that loud. Like, hey, shut your ass up.
Man, I heard you go, when you were sleeping, what was you doing? What was you
doing? Like, bitch, you gave something like snoring while you sleep. Like that. Everything, man. Wake up and this motherfucker looking at me. I'm like, hey, bitch, what you did to me in my sleep? You got me fucked up.
But that's how we grew up. And I like it. I love it. You know, like I've been working in the plants for 23 years. So for like myself, I've never really left the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I grew up with in the locker room, and I still work in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? And I love the camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Growing with a tight knit family in a small house. You know, you can't help it. Like to me, things seem strange or I get unweary when
it's not.
I'm by myself. You know, and it's quiet. I like even at work, people walk in my office and they're like, "Man, you jamming to some music?" I said, "Not really. It's just I gotta have something, some kind of noise in the background for me to feel comfortable." You know I get paranoid when I'm by myself and I don't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to it, man. So now you're a quarterback in junior high school.
Yeah.
When did you make that exact transition to wide receiver?
So 7th grade I played quarterback. Best athlete on the team is always gonna play quarterback. 8th grade I played quarterback. Now, once you start getting into high school, if you got a developed coach,
they're gonna.
He don't want the best athlete all the time.
Yeah,
he may want a passer and put the best athlete at receiver or running back and spread the ball around type shit. So, like, I really like. I'm forever grateful, like eternally grateful, like for my lineage sake and for my personal sake for Coach Olin, because he had a plan. He went and got the album on the offense, the spread offense from college and brought it to Baytown League. He said, I need somebody to distribute like a point guard.
Yeah.
And I need athletes to get the ball.
Exactly.
And that was why he was like, you're not playing nothing else. You're a big athlete, big, strong. You could run, not really blazing fast, but you can run.
Yeah.
Coach Olin, you know what's up. But like straight, he was a visionary. He in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame because he created the 7-on-7 platform that is now taking the world by storm and on his way flag football to the Olympics. Yeah. He established that in Texas, which gave him his lure and really established credibility in terms of his name to be able to etch his name in the Hall of Fame. Like to be in the Hall of Fame of anything.
Exactly.
Means
you did
like
something.
Highly acclaimed.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? We didn't have state championships.
Yeah.
We won state in 7-on-7 twice. I was the MVP in one of them. Drew Tate won 1 year with my older brother and them in like 03, summer of 02, going into 03. But he didn't have like state championships.
Yeah.
We didn't have deep runs into the playoffs because league was always playing up. We had enough people to be like 3A, 4A, but we always played 5A. Well, now they got 6A, the Super 6A. We didn't. It wasn't that back then when I was playing. It was just 5A. That was the top. But we playing against the North Shores, the Springs, like we had no business playing against these people. They had like 5,000 kids.
No, see, LaPorte's the same way because like we would play up. When I played, we played Beaumont, Beaumont Westbrook, Beaumont Central.
We played the same people.
Played Aldine Nimitz, Aldine Westfield.
Okay.
We played Baytown Sterling, Baytown League.
Yeah.
You know, we would pass we played Deer Park. That's how we would pass 10 high schools to go play. Yeah. Galveston ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like,
bro, when I became a senior, man, they had rezone. You know they do.
Yeah, LaPorte just recently rezoned too. Yeah.
Man, they put us in the fucking craziest district. Bro, so when we was in North Shore District, North Shore was really the only stiff team that was like, okay, we really ain't got no chance. Like my freshman year, they beat it. We went to the playoff, played them. They beat us like 77-35.
Yeah.
You scored 35 points, you're supposed to be in the game.
Yeah.
They doubled us up after we scored 35. So it's it's
like internationally known in football. If you score 28 points, you should win.
You should be competitive at least.
You should win the game.
At least
28 points is a lot.
You
of
may
points
lose 28-42 because they better. Okay.
Yeah.
But you should not be getting blown out by the amount of points that you scored. G was 77-35.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can do. You went out and the offense that Dick only put in place scored 35 points.
I'm saying, if you understand football, to score 35 points it takes a lot of time.
Bro, that's 5 fucking touchdowns.
And to score 7
that's 5 fucking touchdowns. He scored 10 touchdowns. That's 11 touchdowns.
That's
like
a
that's
lot,
ridiculous.
that's a lot.
You don't score 10, 11 touchdowns in a football game.
That's like big. That had to be big runs, big plays, kickoff returns, punt returns,
everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
That ain't many fourth and something.
The quarterback, the head coach that's at North Shore right now, I seen him run punt returns back. They had another motherfucker, big neck roll motherfucker, running back. Couldn't tackle him.
Yeah.
They had another RIP Michael Mott. He ended up going to SFA. He ended up going off. Man, they had so many people, G. So many people. That was like, it don't matter what you have. Your 2,300 school amount of people in your school don't have a chance versus these 5,200 at North Shore. They got more to pull from you. They don't have a fucking chance.
They got some big motherfuckers over there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man.
So look, man, we're gonna get into this. You know, let me tell y'all some little highlights real quick. My boy Big, man. Y'all check this one out right here. Look, this Big when he check this one out. That's Case Keenum. That's Big. Look at Big. Let's watch that one more time.
Second down. Keenum. Again, time. Again, running right. And again, throws back in the end zone. Cleveland touchdown. When I was an alien,
Man, that was a little clip from
we've had more than 1,000.
That was a little clip from Biggs when he was with the University of Houston against Tulane. Open the door. With Biggs when he was with the University of Houston versus Tulane with a pass from Case Keenum in the end zone. Shout out to my little brother Sean, man. Appreciate you tuning in. So we got Jacino Jams. Appreciate you tuning in. Got my good friend Alex Sainz. You know, Alex Sainz is a Dallas Cowboy fan. That's why he tuned in. He knew you played with the Cowboys, man.
I played with a Sainz, man, bro. Alex Sainz. Do you know a Nick Sainz? I played with Nick at U of H.
Alex, you know a Nick Sainz by chance?
It may just be same last name. Yeah. It may be a relative, but I played with a Sainz, man.
You know, Alex is a Cowboy fan. He's always hating on my Texans, dog. But it's all right. This year's our year, man.
Hey, Texans got some shit, man.
We're good, bro. It's gonna be good, man. So you were saying in Baytown they ran the spread offense. You know, in LaPorte, I'm from LaPorte. Yeah. We ran
Wishbone.
Old school.
No, that was
old school. Since junior high school runs the same exact offense as the high school.
Yes.
We ran wishbone offense, you know, running back style.
Yeah.
Wishbone right, wishbone left, and then 34, a fullback up the middle. We ran 3 plays literally almost my whole life of football.
To be fair to your coaches that was there, that was football for about 70 years. That was football. That was all football was about. Yeah. Like you finna run this bitch 52 times today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I give so much credit to Dick, because Dick Olin, shout out to Coach Olin, man. I ain't want to just say Dick because Paul's type shit, but like he really revolutionized high school football in Texas.
Yeah.
By introducing us to the passing format, like the skeleton offense. Like we go to practice and we finna practice without linemen first to work on the timing, to work on the this is shit that wasn't done in high school when we was coming up, man. That's college level stuff. Our stuff was structured like a college level. When I got to college, I was ultra prepared. Yeah. More so that it turned, man, it was so wild, G. I swear to God. Coach Ferentz at University of Iowa, he was the head coach. He really put me in charge of coaching the other guys that wasn't as polished as high school athletes who were just out there playing with skill and just raw could play. They didn't have any technique at all. And he was like, listen, I see the way you running these drills. I see the way you handling everything we bring it to you. You used to it already. Help these other dudes, man, because it's clear that whatever training or whatever that you got from high school, they didn't have.
Yeah.
Help them get it, man. And it was dope, man. It was dope.
So let's go back. Shout out to my little brother Sean, man. He said, "What's good? What's good, brother? Appreciate you tuning in."
What up, Sean?
So let's go back to it. You know, in high school now you're in the receiver. What grade was you when you got to the varsity team?
10th grade.
So in 10th grade, you're on varsity now. When did you know though? So let's go back to all your career from little league,
All right.
you know, middle, high school, junior high school.
Okay.
When did you know, like, hey, I got a little something? You know what I'm saying? Because we all, if you play sports, you know, like there's a time that comes like,
Yeah.
I think I got a little something.
Yeah. I don't even really like talking about this because it was so early, but it was like it wasn't even football. It was baseball when I really found out I had something. I was 12 years old. I was as big as the coach. This motherfucker was asking me, hey, hey, Big, what do you think I should do with this guy? Hey, what do you think we should do with that? I'm like, do this, and not really knowing. And you ask me, I'm gonna answer the question. I'm like, do this, and this. He did everything that I fucking said. Everything that I said we need to do, he did. And it was just like, oh, he listening to me.
Yeah.
Okay. It must be for a reason. He not asking everybody their opinion. He didn't come to everybody and say, what do you think we should do? So it was real. I was 12 years old, man. My baseball coach was really like, hey, what you think we should do? I said, we need to do these. And when he said okay and did it, I was like, okay, I think I might be that guy. I'm gonna just live my life this way. And then till I find otherwise. Now, don't get me wrong, I ran into other more seasoned thoroughbreds that kind of shut me down in terms of like, all right, you ain't what you think you are. But for about 88% of the motherfuckers, I was that guy.
You know, that's like the saying goes, you know, you're always gonna find something in
bigger, better, faster, stronger.
You know that saying, right?
Absolutely.
And I've been in that my whole life, you know.
It's factual.
Because I was raised like I ain't better than nobody, but ain't nobody better than me.
Exactly.
Like, you know, my little son Ali, he's like me, you know, like like this. I hate that cliche of, you know, it's not the size of the dog, it's the fight of the dog.
Right.
But it's the truth.
It's real.
You could beat me up, you could push me down, you could do whatever, but you better be ready to do that every day I see you.
Yeah.
Because every day I see you in my mind, it's because I'm a knucklehead. I'm a fucking a blockhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day you gotta prove that to me. And every day I see you push me down, I'm getting madder.
Right.
And then I'm gonna go work to get better because that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
My dad used to tell me, like, you know, you're not gonna be the biggest, fastest, strongest. You know, my dad was 5'11", my size, 5'10", 5'11". He went to Austin High School in 2nd Ward. And he was the center of their basketball team because in Hispanic people, at 5'11", when I play basketball, people are like, damn, you're a big dude.
You're a giant.
5'11". You know what I'm saying?
Fucking stupid.
You know, at 5'11", you know what I'm saying? That ain't huh? You want a beer or you want
no.
Nah. Okay.
No, yeah.
You know, at 5'11", you know what I'm saying? That's not really, that's big in like non-athletic people.
Right.
But you know, I played basketball with people that are 7. I played basketball with a dude that's 6'11" before.
Yeah.
I played basketball with people 6'6", 6'5".
Yeah.
You know, and I gotta defend the post because I'm a stronger dude and a bigger guy.
Right.
And I'm like Charles Barkley, you know, a smaller guy, but I know how to play basketball.
Yeah.
So playing guys that are 6'6", 6'5", 6'4", 6'2",
it's nothing.
It's nothing for me. But I understand what my dad had to go through because my dad is at Austin High School. He's about an inch shorter than me.
Right.
And he's got long arms like me too.
Doing the same
but
shit.
they're playing like, you know, from 2nd Ward, they're playing Smiley. And,
Smiley.
you know, playing schools where guys are like,
motherfuckers,
you know, really big. My dad's the size of their point guard. He's their center.
Hey, man, I remember one time, man, I played basketball too. I graduated early, so I didn't play my senior year. But freshman, sophomore, junior year, we played. Man, we played in this tournament at fucking Nimitz. It was all day. Oh my God. Dog, we played against Taylor.
Yeah.
Man, they had these brothers. These motherfuckers were, you know who the brothers end up being?
Who's that?
Michael and Martellus Bennett.
Damn.
Bruh, these motherfuckers 6'5", tight end, defensive end.
Yeah.
Like 6'5", 275.
Yeah.
In high school, they was maybe 6'5", 250, 240. Like, it was ridiculous. We had no chance. at all. Like that, and that's when I realized, like, okay,
There's levels to everything.
basketball is a giant motherfucking man sport.
Yeah, dog.
Little people ain't know, but they ain't cut out for basketball.
You know, my little brother Sean's on here. I remember he had a tournament one time. He played basketball. Sean's like about 6'2", so he's a little taller.
Yeah, I
than me.
met Sean.
And they had a tournament in Smiley one time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Smiley, and
I remember. Okay, yeah.
We get there, the damn
Yeah.
vending machines got cages on them. I felt like I was in Dangerous Minds.
Once you see that shit, you got bars on the window.
Yes.
You know what time it is when you pull up.
And I remember my brother, Sean wasn't an offense. Sean was like Dennis Rodman. You know, he's a defensive fucking guy blocking shots.
Yeah.
He was the center. You
Hustle
know,
man.
hustle man. You know,
Yeah.
rebounding,
Yeah.
blocking shots.
Yeah.
You know, the hard guy. You know, and I remember he was blocking shots, rebounding. His shoe came off one time. He's running down the court, one shoe, blocking shots. And I remember they tried to foul him hard, but they tried to foul him hard, but they couldn't because it was small. So then they got mad. Then after the game, they started talking shit, even the coach. And shout out to my boy Keenan, man, my little homie Keenan. Keenan was with me, Keenan Lawrence. And I remember I was walking like to go see my brother, and I remember the whole team and their coach was trying to square up with my brother. I was like, hell no, bro. We fixing to go. Like the whole team, coach, everybody didn't try to catch a fade, dog.
Yeah.
You ain't squaring up with my little brother like that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we you know, when you go into enemy territory, that shit happened. Man, I remember doing that shit at Port Arthur. Oh my God. So we playing, man, basketball. I think I might
That's Shocky's people, dog. Shocky
Yeah.
wears Port Arthur's number
Shock.
one in basketball.
Shout out to Shock, man, my boy Shock, bro. So, man, we go out there, we beating these dudes, right? If we freshmen. And I don't know if y'all familiar with the four-corner offense. 4 corners, where you put one person in each corner.
Yeah.
And you just drain the clock.
Yeah. That's
so
like
we win it.
1930s basketball.
Bruh, we
Yeah,
win
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I'm at the top, draining the
Yeah.
clock. All the fans like, hey,
The
man,
booing,
fuck
yeah.
number 22. We gonna bust your ass after the game. Bitch ass nigga just hold the ball, not even play. I'm like, man, I'm just doing what my coach told me to do. You niggas talking about threat. Bro, that shit was wild. I'll never forget that shit. Shout out, hey, got it. You remember that shit, boo. I know you do. Shout out, got it, goddamn it.
But man, that's what I was telling you. You know, and you know, when I wanted you to be on the podcast too, and even like Shocky.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand how fanatical people are with sports here in Texas. You know, baseball, basketball, football. You know, I remember my dad telling me when I was a young kid, they played at somebody. I can't remember what school he said he played. My dad was a small guy, so their team played fundamentally sound basketball. That's like I learned to play fundamentals. You know what I'm saying?
You have to.
And they beat a school that was supposed to beat them.
Yeah.
And then my dad saying like after the game they was throwing rocks at their bus.
Yes.
And they was rocking the bus like they was ready to kill them. You know?
Bro, I swear to God, they had to escort us out of the game.
Yeah, bro.
The police did because these motherfuckers was waiting. It
kidding,
was
man.
freshman basketball.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was wild, man. So I get it.
So I just showed a little highlight. We'll fast forward a little bit, man. But let's get back into you know, finish out the high school days. So now you're in high school. You know, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
What do you think was your biggest moment in high school, bro?
I'll say winning the MVP of that 7-on-7 tournament at Texas A&M. Cause I had like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I had like 30 scholarships.
Damn.
So I had a lot of options, and I started getting them kind of early, like junior year. Go after my sophomore year, going in junior year, I started getting a scholarship, like boom, 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 boom. And then I finished my junior year. So going into my senior year, so the summer of my junior year, going into senior year, we played in the 7-on-7 tournament. So we qualified. The state tournament is at Texas A&M every year.
Yeah.
So I go down there. I'm talking about, I destroy the fucking tournament, G.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous. All the next day, I got an offer from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, and it's crazy, bro. At that tournament, I met people that I still know to this day.
That's badass, bro.
To this day, man. Shout out my boy Lyle, man, the head coach at Leveland right there with my younger brother Tony, bro. And it's crazy. So, like, even, man, I met so many people from then that I didn't really know, but they remember seeing me.
Yeah.
And they made me remember them based on how our interactions and us playing each other.
Dope, man.
And it was crazy, man. So I would say from high school, that would have to be the highlight of what I had going on, winning that MVP, then going in and graduating early and go to University of Iowa.
So now you're finishing up your high school days and stuff. You know, you did good. You're getting all these offers and scholarships and things. You know, what was your mentality like at the time? You know, how was you feeling? Was you humble?
Bitch, I'm going to the league.
Was you
Bitch, I'm going to the league. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody saying, hey, give me 3 years in college and I'm out. That's it. If I'm doing this at this level, I don't even have the teammates. Once the teammates get up to speed,
yeah,
I'm out. Like that was the only. It wasn't like I'm finna go to college and become a student athlete.
Yeah,
no.
You're just there.
I'm an athlete student, goddamn it, and that was my mentality. Unfortunately, not bragging and shout. It was just in reality, looking back, that was the flaw that I had. I wasn't there to maximize. I was just there for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And I'm out. And that was the mission, man. It was misguided, but that was the mission.
So you was like Jalen Green when he went to the G League Ignite instead of going to college, where he said, fuck going to college. I know my skills are good enough to be in the NBA.
Look,
I just need to do what you need me to do, then I'm gone.
Look, so I'll tell you, just a little like personal story. Like not too many people know this, even in my family. I wanted to go to a HBCU.
Yeah.
Because I was infatuated with what Grambling and what they had going on with Coach Robinson. Aeneas Williams, he went to the University of Southern, if I'm not mistaken, and he ended up playing like 13 years. He was a stud. I'm like, man, I can go HBCU and just pull this shit off. But once I start getting these offers from these bigger schools, it was like, all right, it's gonna be hard to turn down these Big 10, Big 12, SEC offers to go HBCU. But I wanted to. I really, really wanted to, but I didn't end up doing it. And just, it was like, all right, well, shit, I got this chance. If I can go Big 10, most motherfuckers go Big 10 and go shine. They go to the league. So that was my mindset, bro.
Yeah, man.
Go to the league.
So now you leave Baytown. You know what I'm saying? You're going to you picked Iowa to go to
Iowa.
That's the Hawkeyes, right? Where Drew Tate went to.
Yeah. That was the reason. So I went to high school. I was a freshman when Drew was a senior. So Drew ended up going to Iowa. So they created that pipeline. And so whenever anybody was not qualified, was what they was looking for.
Yeah.
Like if I'm recruiting big linemen, and you fit that protocol, and it's coming from a school that I've already went to and recorded,
yeah.
I opened that pipeline. So it was easy for me to be able to fit into what they wanted. Yeah. Right. So it was they opened that pipeline with Drew, Charles Bagdo going, Charles Godfrey, shout out to Charles, Keith, you know what I'm saying? Came up together playing family wise, they came and got Keith. Then boom, I was like 2 years after that.
So now you're in Iowa, man. That's a big culture shock, dog. Going from the Houston area to Iowa.
You don't understand. You don't understand the culture shock.
You was like Karl Malone walking up to random black people when he was in Utah and be like, hey, how you?
Trying to. These motherfuckers looking at me like, hey, you're not one of us, motherfucker. You clearly not from around here. So you not one. Man, it was wild, man. It was fun, though. It was wild, though. It was definitely how you mentioned it. It was perfect how you explained it. It was a culture shock.
Yeah.
Like I had never, no slight to anybody. So please, no parties feel any type of way. I hadn't been around that many white people before.
Yeah.
You go to a University of Iowa where
90%,
98% is white. Yeah. And the 2% that's black, football players, basketball players, track athletes. Yeah. Like these are your volleyball, the athletes are your black people that's amassing this black population at this school. So it's like, all right, automatically the people that I'm already naturally coexisting with is opposite of me. Like I don't know anything about your culture. I don't know anything. I had a white coach. I went to a primarily Hispanic school that was black and had some white people. Yeah. So I had experience dealing with white people, but but to go to Iowa, it was a shock, bro. I had so much to learn. At 17, I graduated early. So I graduated at 17 and I'm going to college. I got this thick ass Houston, Texas accent. These motherfuckers can't even understand what I'm saying, G.
They look at you like Andy Griffin, right?
I was like, I can't even talk around these motherfuckers because they don't know nothing that I'm saying. I had to change everything. I ain't gonna lie, I shouldn't have, but I had to change everything in order to feel accepted.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my cousin Isaiah, Mr. H Town. Appreciate it. Shout out to DJ X, man. So DJ X, we got an event coming up. And April 27th, man, we're going to be there at the Stanley Wood Studios. We got a classic hip-hop event. I'm trying to bring classic boom bap style New York hip-hop back to Houston.
Come on.
DJ X is gonna be a DJ Side. It's gonna be an album release from the World You Trust. So y'all come check us out, man. I'll post more details shortly on my TikTok. Que lo que, mami. Got my little cousin, La Bombita. Appreciate you tuning in. We got a Lenny on the TikTok. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Zay up there too, checking in. What up, Zay? Xavier?
Got it. Xavier, yeah. DJ X. Xavier Randa. Yeah,
okay,
man. Appreciate you tuning in, bro.
Okay. What's up, man?
So, I've traveled the world, man, with
Okay.
my job. There was like a time, like I said, my cousin, Mr. HTX, man, appreciate you, Isaiah.
Shout out
Hope y'all, that's my cousin right there, man. Family right there.
Okay.
I've been all over the world, bro, and it's funny because, like, anybody, I'm a chameleon, bro. I blend in, like, everywhere I go. Whenever I was in St. Croix, nobody knew I wasn't from the Virgin Islands. Everybody thought I was Puerto Rican, like. People like, I know, bro.
Yeah,
but
you could pass.
like nobody in the grandma would believe me. I'm like, people would say, "Where you from?" I'm like, I'm from Houston. They're like, "Well, who came from Puerto Rico?" Like, nah, I'm not from Puerto Rico, man.
Like
They're
nobody.
like, "Where's your dad from?" I said, "He's from Houston." "Where's your grandpa from?" "He's from Houston." They're like, "Who came from Puerto Rico?" I said, "Bro, ain't nobody Puerto Rican." They're like, "Well, what are you?" I said, "I'm Mexican." I said, "I'm not even Mexican. I'm American. I was born in Texas." I said, "I'm Mexican." I said, "I'm Mexican and Filipino."
Yeah.
They're like, "Why would you say that?"
Right. Because that's what I am, bitch. Like, I'm gonna be ashamed of my heritage, my lineage.
That's what you say. It's like,
so, my people.
What would I just want to be Colombian today? Let me just make something up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
but
I'm East African today, guys.
When I was in France, people thought I was African, like Arab, Moroccan, Algerian, Albanian, because they don't see Hispanic people.
You can pass.
And the Hispanic people they do see is the smaller Central Americans working the vineyards, the little Guatemalans.
Yes.
Shout out to all the Central Americans, South Americans.
Yes.
I'm a very big guy for Hispanic people.
Yeah.
So they don't even process. Like when I was at a cafe, I was having lunch, and I had two white guys with me from Longview, Texas, and we're having lunch.
903.
And like the guys, there was a big Arab, Muslim population where I was at in France. We flew to Paris and drove 8 hours south.
Yeah.
So when the Muslim dudes pass by in their robes and shit going to mosque, they see me tatted up. I got my ears. They're like, "What the fuck?
Like, hell no.
He's blasphemous."
Yeah,
bro. Then they see me sitting with the white dudes, and then the French people walk by and they see me sitting. They're like, "You ain't supposed to be doing. You ain't even supposed to be sitting here,
bro. You don't know what you're doing over here."
So I do understand, like, culture shocks, and then even going to like Montana, Alaska,
Iowa.
Cincinnati, Ohio is where I've been to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mississippi, Alabama.
All right, time out. I don't know what part of the natty you went to.
Yeah. No, I know Cincinnati's
Okay,
hood. Yeah,
no.
I'm
about to say.
Nah, I know. I know Cincinnati's
okay.
hood. I know Cincinnati's hood. Now, where I was at though wasn't the hood.
All right. Well,
I had to go up there for some training and stuff. But there's an old school movie I like. It's called Airborne. I don't know if you remember. It's about a little white dude from California.
Okay.
And his parents went to Australia, and he went to go stay with his cousins. He was a surfer dude.
Okay.
And then he went to go stay with his cousins in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he stuck out because he was a California dude.
Oh yeah.
And he was roller skating. That's how they not roller skating, the inline rollerblading.
Rollerblade, yeah.
And then they had a big. It's one of the movies we watched 1,000 times with his kids, man. But yeah, so I know Cincinnati's hood too. Yeah. But where I was at, I wasn't by like the stadium. I was kind of not by the Bearcats. I was more on the other side. You know what I'm saying? But like even in Montana, when I was in Montana, the lady at the bank was like, "Are you from Texas?" And I don't feel I speak with an accent.
Okay, did you give any type of
no identification or anything?
Like hints that Houston had?
No.
Or a shirt?
Nothing.
You ain't had nothing.
She said,
"You ain't that bitch throwing the H up."
No, she said,
okay,
"I know you're from." She said, "You're from Texas?" I was like, "Yeah." But I was like, "How do you know that? I don't speak with an accent."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, because you're real polite and you say yes, ma'am." I was like, "Damn, that's what."
Hey, bruh, I remember being 15, 16, meeting these motherfuckers. So I'm being recruited at 15, 16.
Yeah.
And I'm meeting these like older white people. I didn't know any other way to put it.
Yeah.
Coaches, wives, like athletic directors. I'm meeting all of these different people, and everything that I'm saying is yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And the motherfuckers say, "You don't have to say yes, sir, to me."
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, "Yes, sir, I appreciate you." I mean, thank you. All right, that's fine. I mean, no disrespect by saying by not saying yes, sir, but yeah,
that's how he's raised.
It's the hospitality thing.
That's how they know that when I was in Alaska, bro, they was like, "You're from Texas, eh?" Alaska's bigger than Texas. I was like, "Bro, there's more people in Pasadena than all of Alaska. Like, slow down a little bit, bro. Y'all talk like y'all Canadian.
in a way, in a way, though.
Yeah,
In a way.
you know, they got that lingo. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you want
They're
to play
like,
ball, eh?
Yeah,
Hey.
you're from Texas, huh?
You want Texas, eh?
You know, Alaska's bigger than Texas. That's y'all saw some moose, eh?
Hey, want some moose, eh?
So now you in Iowa, man.
Yeah.
You know, how long was you in Iowa?
I was up there 2 years.
2 years, man. And how did it go on the football field?
Man, it was crazy. So I graduated early. I was the first man. I really, when I finished ball, I avoided all the platforms. I've been having people invite me to
Podcast.
fucking podcast for years, and I've been telling them no. They actually pissed off at me because I told your ass yes.
Yeah.
And I've been knowing them for 15 years, but neither here nor there. Oh my God. Yeah, man. It was wild, man. It was fun though. It was fun.
So now you and Iowa, you know, we can talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, but it's public knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They said you got in a little bit of trouble out there in Iowa, though.
So
you can take the H out of
man.
you can take the person out the H. You can't take the H out
Hey,
of the person,
bro. Hey, it's hard, bro. So look, I don't even like talking about this shit because it's embarrassing. It's funny now, but back then it was embarrassing.
But let me stop you 1 second, dog.
All right.
Like, you know, honestly, bro, like I told you, this is why, like, on my podcast, this is what I try to say. I want people of every walk of life. You know, I've had people that are CEOs of their own record label and things like that.
Okay.
You know, you're my second NFL wide receiver, had Shaq Maine.
Okay.
Rappers, some Tejano people, Conjunto people, and we got wrestlers, boxers, more rappers. We got a lot of people coming in.
Right.
I love the human experience, dog.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a psychologist, and I still kind of do.
Okay.
But I love to see, like, as a watcher, you know what I mean? Like, the times and the places we put ourselves in and how we respond to that.
Yeah.
And of course, we even though we know it's wrong, sometimes we do wrong shit.
Yeah.
And put ourselves in bad situations.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes people got to go away to college. And I don't mean Iowa College. I mean more hots in the college.
Penn State. Penn
And,
State University.
I'm always a firm believer. It's not where you're at. You know, you got to get better. Yeah, we make mistakes. And sometimes the mistakes come with harsh penalties.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the people we knew and growing up with, that penalty is your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That penalty is either dead in the ground
Absolutely.
or in prison for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
You know? And I know people that I know that were locked up from like 1996 and just got out 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think about that, bro. And I was thinking to myself, damn, bro, you got locked up in 96, dog. And then you just got out 2 years ago. Like, it's unfathomable
It's tough, bro.
to understand how much life has. It would be like in the Jetsons now. From 96 to come out 2 years ago, bro, life has gone exponentially into the future, bro. And to miss all that, but the homie realized he put his time in. You know, like, you got to give him credit for that. You know, he was a stand-up dude. He put his time in. He took his penalty for his actions. Yeah. Because nowadays, you know, it's so easy to get out of that jail. Just get the little birdie going, and you can come out. Yeah. The homie took his 19 years like a G, and got out. Was a stand-up dude, and now living his life and trying to progress forward, bro. Yeah. And that's why I was just getting that. Like,
and you know, I don't really like to talk about it because it's a smear, it's a stain, it's embarrassing. But in reality, it's like it's just a young dude learning. So. All right, I'll go into it. So I graduated early. So I get there in December. So I'm really supposed to be a senior in high school, December. So here you got, it's not really for my background, for my people, but you got this uncultured individual who don't really have any idea about other cultures, other societies, and like fucking nothing. Yeah. You get dropped up there. And
no friends, no family,
that's not the hard part. The hard part is all the fucking temptation. Yeah. So I go on a visit and they got the whole student section at the spring game, at the game. It ain't even a spring game, it's a real game. Yeah. At the game saying Cleveland rocks. Everybody knows me already. Yeah. I'm 16, 17 years old. I graduated early. So I actually get to the campus. And it's the same thing. Every time I go, any type of, they know exactly who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. Not really understanding that the eyes is watching.
You feeling yourself.
Bruh, we get the
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Where this was before, I'm talking about, I be telling my kids this, they laugh at me. They're like, oh, this before even the entire public was allowed to be on Facebook. It was only college students.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
the MySpace or no?
I had a MySpace.
Damn.
Tom, what up? Shout out Tom. God damn it. He was always everybody's
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
But yeah, I had a MySpace, but it was crazy. So all of this shit going on. So you get there, boom, 17 years old, middle of the semester. It's not even like if y'all went to school, you know, in August, you had your icebreaker events where you get to know people, you find your common freshmen. No, I came in that bit by myself. So I had to like didn't nobody really from the team want to be cool with me because I'm really like a minor.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. They're like, nah, bitch, you ain't supposed to be here. Type shit. So the people from the team wasn't really like cool. It was cordial, but it wasn't like locked in tight how it could be. But the student population,
they was on it.
They seen the University of Iowa courting me to come to the school. So they had a hand in it, like cheering for me, shouting my type shit. You know what I mean? So anytime anything went down, I'm calling this dude.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna say no. It be 17. He don't know nobody out here. He want to be involved. So I really got out there, bro. I was like, this is wild. Ain't nobody see nothing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Bullshit. They can see it all. It was like, man, this was I'm telling you, I'm really pre-social media boom. I got into my little shit. I got a little DUI. And my name scrolled across the bottom of the ESPN ticker. Bro, it was so embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ridiculous. And that's when I realized, like, oh shit. I'm under a microscope.
1000%.
I can't do shit. Anything that I do is gonna be acknowledged as big. It was on the front page of the paper.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if we was at home, like that shit ain't gonna be on the front page of the fucking paper. It's a side note, sidebar, side column.
Yeah.
This was the main story of the fucking paper in Johnson County, G. And it was just like, all right. And I learned a lot at that point. This is why 15, 20 years later, it's like, I don't fuck with social media because the shit that they really looking for from you is something that's gonna either tell on you, tell on your partner, tell on something. Acknowledge that something is going on that's not supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
And now I know, as the alphabet boys, FBID, or whoever, I know where to look. I know where to go because y'all doing shit on here that's telling me what y'all doing.
You're incriminating yourself.
You understand what I'm saying?
They ain't got to say nothing. They can go to court and play a video.
I come from the old school to where the people that I learned from did not want to be seen.
Yeah.
They didn't want to be on TV. They didn't want to be on nothing. I understand that I was in the spotlight for football, but I didn't want to be. If there was a way for me to play football and to never be known, I wouldn't mind doing that.
But that's the double-edged sword, right? That's the double-sided coin. You know, you can't reap the benefits of being a professional or in that spotlight of an athlete without having the full spotlight on you.
That's true.
24/7. You know, and that's the downside of celebrity. You know, if you want to quote unquote being a celebrity. You know, and like Kanye going crazy with the paparazzi and like, you know, calm down. Let me know. You see him get angry, like, man, stop. Like, this is my kids right here.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson, you know, like never been out of that spotlight from when he was 10 years old. So when he was Jackson and Chico's age,
bro,
he had a camera in his face
the whole time.
His whole life.
The whole time.
The man never experienced like it's a hard thing because like as a I don't believe in being a celebrity or all that, but being a persona, right? People don't want to hear your faults. People don't want to see you sad. People don't want to see you hurt. They want to see you. They want to live vicariously through what you're doing. They want their happiness comes from you being on that football field.
They want to always see you, whoever that individual is that they see as the person that I know you as.
Yes.
They don't want to see real life about problems, issues like, hey, what happened in this game? Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. So you say my parents was getting a divorce, my
They
dad
don't care.
died. They
They
don't
don't
give a
care.
shit.
They don't
If they
care.
see you, they want to know. They want to see you the way that they know you,
Yeah, man.
which is through whatever platform or however that they know you by. That's the
Yeah.
only way that they want to see you. It's hard.
Give some shout outs real quick. Shout out to my good friend Jose Taveras. Shout out to my boy from Laporte, Manigo Foster.
Long
Shout
paper.
out to Carol Reed. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to my good friend Eddie Casas. He's a Dallas Cowboy fan too, man.
Yeah.
That's
Shout
why he
out.
tuned in,
What
man.
up, though, Eddie?
Shout out to Renee Gonzalez. And then shout out to my good friend Rigo Rodriguez. Man, Rigo's not a Dallas Cowboy fan. He's a Texans fan from South Texas.
Hey, that's love.
So appreciate you tuning in, man. Y'all go check out Rigo and his conjunto band, Contrabando. He's got a conjunto band. They're doing good things. Him and Joseph Scott out of South Texas, Brownsville area. Y'all go check him out. He's performing in all the areas that need a conjunto band. Y'all go check out Rigo Rodriguez. So you got dismissed or, you know, whatever from Iowa now. You know what I'm saying? And then what was your next step? So when you got the news that, like, you know, I'm sure they brought it to you, called you in, whatever, and was like,
Yeah, I had a meeting with Coach Ferentz.
you know, nobody wants that meeting, you know what I'm saying,
Nah.
right? Because then it's like being laid off at work, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. In the moment I did,
Yeah,
I regretted it afterwards.
yeah,
But as an 18, 19-year-old, I did want it because I didn't feel like I was getting the respect that I deserved on the team. In reality, that was me being a foolish youngster,
yeah,
and they were respecting me very, very highly. But I didn't see it as that because it was different from what I got in high school. So it was me. That part of it was on me. Looking back on the hindsight, I wish I would have took my punishment for all the stuff that I had going on and stayed.
yeah,
Because the opportunities would have been greater for me to stay and do that. But I didn't, and I went JUCO. I went to the Trinity Valley University. And again, so after I get to school, something happened. Then boom, I called Coach Olin again. Coach Olin the one got me the scholarship. I said, Coach, man, I got in trouble. He's like, man, he lectured me because he's a good dude. He lectured me, let me know all the shit that I did wrong and I need to change. Woo, 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 woo. He was like, okay. And I know somebody down here at a junior college. He called Blinn first.
yeah,
He called Blinn. He was like, listen, I got a guy who went to the University of Iowa. He played a year, redshirt a year. He needs somewhere to go, bounce back to go D1 next year. And they said, send the highlight tape.
yeah.
Now, remind you, at University of Iowa, I was All-American Big Ten. Big Ten all conference. Excuse me, Big Ten all conference. So I performed. And here my high school coach say, and calling Blinn said, hey, I got this kid, receiver from Iowa, bounced back. He went to woo, woo, woo. And the coach from Blinn say, send me his highlight tape. Dick Olin said, bitch, and hung the phone up.
Yeah.
He was freshman all Big Ten at Iowa.
What do you need?
I'm not sending you his highlight tape.
Yeah,
I'm calling somebody else. And he called Trinity Valley, which is in Athens.
Yeah.
The Coach Smiley. Coach Smiley is a coach at Southern Arkansas University right now, the head coach. And he accepted. He took me in. Shout out Coach Lanius and the Lanius family, Carrie, Mush, all of them, man. Everybody, Miles, Morgan, everybody. They showed so much respect for me. They took care of me. I actually just saw them last week. We spent the week with them, but they took care of me and was able to make sure that I did what I needed to do to then bounce back and go to U of H the following year, and you know, it went from there.
But see, that's what I was gonna tell you though, big, you know, like even how we met, you know what I mean? I'm not a person that believes in consequence. I mean, not consequence, coincidence.
Coincidence, right?
You know, I don't believe in the things just happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, everything happens in the fold, and like how Biggs and I met, you know what I mean? Our kids play baseball. His son was last year, didn't get to go to tryouts, and I blind picked it, meaning you have the kids that didn't go to tryouts, they just have their name blind, you just randomly pick it. And everybody was saying there's one kid that's good, which is his son, and I picked it. So I didn't know Biggs at all, and I called him that night and was like, hey man, I got your son. And then, you know, we hit it off, and then, you know, here we are, we have a great friendship, a great relationship, you know what I mean? And again, things just don't happen, man.
Nah, it's not a
things happen for a reason, bro.
It's not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence.
I don't either, bro. I don't believe. Believing in coincidence is almost believing like God, like they say, if you believe in luck, then it's like you don't believe in God because God doesn't place luck.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know how far like people believe with them or don't believe.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to.
All I know is I choose to look at everything on a positive light,
Right.
whether it's coincidence, whether it's God, luck,
Right.
God. I know things happen, and how I take the blessing,
Yeah.
I move with it. You know what I mean?
So as you start talking about that, that's a whole nother can of worms that we can go down.
Yeah.
But everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Karma is real.
Yeah.
You put the energy out, you're gonna get that back.
That's a firm belief.
Because it's really like a law of attraction type of deal. If I'm putting out negativity and I'm fucking people over,
what do you expect to
at
happen?
some point that shit is coming back.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it all go hand in hand, man. You know.
Yeah, and Dion, you know, he was on here, Dion from my boy from A1. We was talking about that. And like we said then, the worst time on that karma is when God or whoever it may be teaches you lessons with your kids, you know. And that's the worst thing, you know.
What they tell the kids pay for the sins of the father.
Exactly. I say that frequently on Facebook.
Bruh,
you know, don't ever let your kids pay for your past transgressions.
Especially, it really happened when Pop do some shit and then kick the bucket, and they never really had the chance to pay for his shit.
Yeah,
because if Pop pay for it, then the kid's cool.
Yeah,
they'll receive the DNA in which they may repeat the cycle,
yeah.
But the actual affliction doesn't come to them based on the Pop. If Pop stay alive long enough, to deal with his shit on his own, because he'll then deal with his karma. But if Pop do some fucked up shit and then kick the bucket, your kids is gonna receive that karma.
Yeah.
This is the natural, this is the way of the universe, bro.
Yes, bro.
This is regardless of the human law, the government law. This is universal law.
Yeah,
this is the law of nature.
Yeah,
like regardless of what you think about it, that will happen. If you don't clear up your shit to receive all your karma, it's gonna go to your kids.
And that, you know, we talk a lot about that. I know society tries to change what they want society to be, but that you can never get past. It's always going to be father to son.
Absolutely.
Right? Father to son. No woman can raise a man. And I shout out 1,000%. I give nothing but love and respect to every woman out there that has to raise a man.
Right.
Because the man stepped out or the man ain't there.
Right.
But there's no woman that can raise a man. Every boy, every man, you know, you and I coach Little League, we're around kids. Every boy needs a man, role model, good or bad, because they're watching.
Yeah.
Because they're basically little monkeys, right?
Yeah.
They're watching us behave in the jungle.
Absolutely.
And they're only gonna impersonate the behavior, what they see.
What
good
they
or
see.
bad.
They don't know. That's all they know.
Impersonable.
This is why they say children are sponges, because they just soak up whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So if it's toxic, they're soaking it.
And they have no future. So they don't have a future at that small age to understand, like, okay, I don't need to absorb this.
No.
I don't need, like, as a grown man. No, they're absorbing everything, bro. Good and bad.
This is why the whole idea behind them being sponges, the sponge don't know it's soaking up poison.
No, it's just soaking.
If I spill toxic chemicals on the table and I go soak it up with a sponge, the sponge gonna soak it up. Now I may be able to go wring it out. When I finish wringing it out, it's still gonna be a little bit of toxicity in that sponge.
Yep.
You'll never clean it all the way out.
Nope.
So regardless of what you put in, that'll be the trace remains of what lasts from whoever soaks that up. It don't even have to be your genetics. It could just be a young kid in your vicinity, and you'll have that same, whether toxic or positive impact on that child based on the emotions and memories that you help them to establish, bro. It's all, bro. It's so beautiful in the science behind all of the shit. Like, man, for example, if I got I just seen this. Shout out to Cat Williams, because he explained this perfectly on the Joe Rogan. If I got too many grapes, you say that's a problem, but in reality, I can make wine.
Yeah,
I got too much wheat and barley, I can make spirits. So too much of something that can help you will eventually turn into something beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Too much negativity, I don't know anything that's coming from that. Too much poison, you can't get anything positive out of too much poison, because the seed of it, the beginning of it, was already poison. So if you got something that's good and you got in excess, you can still get something great out of that. And then, you know, it's just one of them things.
But, you know, and I know why we hit it off so well. And, you know, we're good friends. You know, I've always view everything in a positive light because I have to be that way.
Absolutely.
I'm a negative person by nature. I wake up
bro,
mad,
you don't have to
hateful,
be that way. You choose to be that way.
By the choice I made,
you choose to be that way.
Is to be positive because
you choose to be that way.
I understand nothing can be created positively with negativity.
No.
You know, and some people may understand. They'll be like, well, Isaac, I'm in such a dark place. Understand this. I wrote some lyrics before, and sometimes I write lyrics and I don't even know how the fuck I get them. But then I read back and I listen to them. I'm like, damn, I wrote that.
Yeah.
But there's a song that's from the Word You Trust. It's called Even If. And I say, gray skies eventually fade. That's the trade. From darkness to light, day comes from light. Let it go, regardless of spite. Even in the Bible, God says the earth was filled with darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, let there be light.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's saying negativity is around. It's always around because the world was dark. The world was dark until God decided to put light. So there's maybe times in your life, in your world, you may be in darkness, and that's okay.
Listen,
you have to be able to succumb that darkness and allow that light to come in to change that darkness to light.
Listen, I don't know if it's because I'm a darker hued individual, but darkness doesn't equate to negativity.
No.
When in reference to not knowing, I'm just in clarity and full. Now, I understand what you're trying to say.
Yes.
In terms of the negativity.
Yes.
Right. I get that, but think about it. The best thing, like, what's a black hole? They talk about all of this shit. It's infinite darkness.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You plant a seed in the ground, fucking pitch black, no light getting through. Photosynthesis, yeah, but not the actual shining of the light. So from that darkness, complete darkness, come the plant that's gonna help you to be nourished, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So from that darkness, if now darkness doesn't have to equate to negativity. This is why I say you choose to be positive. It's like they said we born in sin. We didn't choose to be born that way. However, whatever religion you believe in, that's like the common factor. Like you're born this way into sin. Like we were born into sin. Like we didn't choose that. Right. So you come out and you make the choice to be positive.
Yes.
It has so much more in terms of like ramifications, not the ramifications because that's more negative. It has so much more impact on you because now what you're gonna receive from the karma is something positive. That doesn't mean everything negative is gonna avoid you. No, you're gonna receive certain shit, but it's not, you're not gonna harp on it, you're not gonna dwell on it, and that's not gonna be what you manifest back into because that's not what you're putting out. That's just what you're receiving. I receive negativity every fucking day.
Yeah, we all
every fucking. But I do not allow for that to.
I don't allow it to penetrate my world.
Me. I told somebody this the other day, and they was like, "What do you mean? I can change?" No, nobody can move me from my spot.
Yeah,
because the way that my understanding is set up, your opinion of me can't change what I think of my fucking self.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say I'm not better than anybody.
But nobody's better than me.
But in reality, ain't nobody better than me neither.
Yeah.
So either we on the same or somebody is at a different plane, but it's not like I'm less than.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I put myself in a position where everything is gonna be the best that I could provide. So regardless of if it's not to the level of the next individual, I don't give a shit. That doesn't mean he's better than me. No, he may have more money, he may have more material things, he may have more spiritual knowledge and guidance in terms of like being led in the right direction. But that does not say that that's diminishing what I am because that's who that is. That's just somebody who's at a further path, further along than what I am. Not necessarily saying they're better. Like the whole idea behind you being better than this person is a comparative thing. Comparison is a thief of joy. You compare all your life and you'll be fucking robbed of joy because you'll never be satisfied because you'll be better than somebody and you say, oh, I'm better than him. But that next breath, you'll see somebody better than you and it'll make you feel like fucking shit.
Drop you back
because
up.
This motherfucker better, like got more money than you, got a better car than you, got a better job. That don't mean that you better than me, bitch. Like that just mean that you got more assets, more valuable things. You ain't no better than who I am just because I ain't reached mine yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they say, and I like it a lot, bro. Life's the journey, not the destination. You know,
bro, I had that.
We all going to the same place when it's all said and done, bro.
Look, I never like to one up nobody, so I'm gonna just meet you where you are. I did basketball this year. We had our first basketball league, kindergarten through 6th grade.
Yeah.
And for our 6th graders, we did plaques, little awards for graduating out of our league, so to speak. And on the plaque, it says, success is a journey, not a destination.
Facts.
Because you never make it there.
Never.
I could make $100 million tomorrow. That doesn't mean I made it.
No.
Now, I could lose the $100 million the next day. And now, does that mean I didn't make it? You never make it. There is no there to make it to.
There's never.
You can never make it there. Regardless of whatever, if you set a goal and you make it, you didn't make it there. You accomplished the goal.
Yeah.
Set a new goal and continue. Otherwise, if you don't make another goal, now you reach to that height and you stay there, and other people are constantly passing you and getting elevated higher than you. So now you way down here on the well, one point in time, it was way up here.
Yeah.
But because you stayed there and didn't continue to get better, other motherfuckers then went speeding right on past what that level is that you reached, and that's no longer the heights. That's actually the basement because you set the precedent. Now, once you set the precedent, it don't matter who you are and what genre or whatever industry. Once you set the precedent, the motherfuckers behind you is coming to pass you up.
Of course.
Michael Jordan went 6-0. Here come LeBron James. You could say he's not as great or whatever, but in terms of the things that LeBron could do versus Jordan, no comparison. But no comparison.
It's always levels, right? So you look at everything and everything in life. So you want to stay with basketball. If it wasn't Dr. J, there would be no Jordan. If there wasn't no Jordan, there would be no Kobe.
Absolutely.
Without Kobe and Magic, there'd be no LeBron. Without LeBron, there's no Wembanyama. You know, it's always somebody blazing a path into the darkness, into the I don't mean darkness in color. I
got you. No.
Then now it's like Jimi Hendrix.
Right.
You know, Jimi Hendrix played the guitar like nobody. Jimi Hendrix was a light in a dark world.
So
then now past Jimi Hendrix,
right?
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Then you have Steve Vai. Now you have
all these people coming to pass the bar that they set.
There was a candle in the darkness lighting everybody's torch.
Absolutely.
And now everybody puts that light.
At some point they were here, and then they were that for a certain amount of time, and somebody said, I'm gonna be better than this motherfucker, and I'm gonna jump him.
Yep.
So now whether we give them that acclaim, that lore from like the society or not, like it's people that'll say, and I'm one of them, LeBron will never be greater than Jordan. But LeBron James is absolutely a better player than fucking Michael Jordan at 40 years old doing this shit. Did you see Jordan playing at 40? No comparison.
Somebody said he didn't have to.
Nope. I don't give a shit. It's facts. Jordan playing for the Wizards was not LeBron playing for the Lakers.
But that's human evolution. You know what I'm saying?
Because Jordan set the bar at this point, and LeBron went past it.
Exactly.
That's the point of what I'm saying.
And it's
that's
not
the
only
point of what I'm saying.
Like athletics, it's in science, it's in knowledge. You know, we as a being,
right?
They say we only use 10% of our brain, whether that's alien made us, God made us, who made us.
They came and disputed that and refuted that a long time
ago. But what I'm getting at though is our mind is limitless.
Limitless.
We are not a hive mentality, meaning like bees. No, one bee learns, the whole hive learns.
No,
but we are similar, meaning every generation, every birth, every year, we push that bar to the unknown. Every year, somebody's taking that bar to the unknown. And if you look at exploration, we're starting to explore outside of our planet now. We just landed something on Titan, the moon of Saturn. We've been pushing into Mars. We've been so we're pushing the boundaries of the unknown, which is even just with science. Soon there'll be a cure for cancer. There'll be no more. Man,
it's been a cure.
I know that. But I'm talking why it's not so available right now. Because it's still either you have the money to pay for it or you don't.
No.
But then when it comes to like with Magic with AIDS, right? Magic been cured of AIDS since the 90s because Magic's got the money to pay for the treatments to get it cured. But when it becomes the knowledge of that one or only 2 or 3 doctors that can cure it, That's why it's so high. But once more of the masses catch up to that knowledge,
Nah, wait a minute.
then
Wait a minute.
it's cheap.
Okay, this is a rhetorical question because I know
Yeah.
the answer, but what's stopping the masses from doing what the one dude did who did cure it?
Knowledge.
It ain't knowledge.
No.
No, it's not knowledge. It's the
Well, I mean, yeah.
once we got the knowledge,
No,
it
no,
ain't knowledge no
no,
more.
okay,
I can back, like, hold on. If I cure a patient of cancer, I'm a doctor, you a doctor.
Yeah.
You never cured a patient of cancer. I did. And I cure him. And I give you that knowledge. It's no longer the knowledge.
Yeah.
I've already proven that I'm able to do this.
But see, the thing is, nobody's giving it to them. But
Bullshit.
But
Nope.
people are able to see it.
Hey,
So once, as a human being, bro,
brother.
once we're able to see something, once you see it, you can do it, dog.
Absolutely. So
So that's what I'm getting at, though.
okay.
So once it becomes the norm, once Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a basketball game.
So when we cross industries like that, it changes.
Well, I'm talking just in general as a human being, right?
Okay.
Once somebody puts that sandbag and steps on that water,
Okay.
they say, damn, I can't step one step in that ocean.
Right.
Then I'm going to put 2 bags.
Okay.
Then instead of putting 2 bags, I'm going to put 10 bags.
Okay.
Instead of 10, I'm putting 50. Instead of putting sandbags, now I'm building a bridge.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about as human beings.
Okay.
We are built to understand more than we're capable of understanding.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
like a hive mentality,
Uh-huh.
once somebody goes off into that darkness and the unknown and puts a
do it.
a thought
Right.
and not only does it, but instead they do it just like LeBron Jordan, just like Muhammad Ali, whoever you want to keep saying.
Okay.
In baseball, basketball, Babe Ruth, you know, the limits. For football, right?
You prove my point.
We're saying the same thing.
We're saying the same
kind
shit.
of
Yeah, we said the same shit.
Somebody just kicked a 62-yard field goal the other day, bro.
Somebody will kick a 63-yard.
That 62-yard field goal is impossible in my mind because I grew up watching football since the 80s. A 62-yard field goal, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I think you're talking about something a little bit. I think it was like 57.
57, 60. I thought it was 60 something.
Yeah, no,
in the XFL.
No,
it was
maybe.
But still, bro.
But no, Jack Dempsey kicked 63.
But you see what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Justin Tucker hitting the 66, 67. Yeah.
We as a people, as a being on this planet, from every being that's ever on this planet of Earth, all has the capability of pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
And then boundaries are pushed. There's nothing ever set in science, nature, athletics.
That's fair.
Everything is evolving. Everything, because we are a copycat people.
Yes.
Once I see somebody do it, once
yes.
Jordan saw Dr. J do it,
yes,
he got it. And he perfected Dr. J. He became better than Dr. J.
Okay.
Kobe saw Jordan do it and became the better version of Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we're saying, the same thing, dog.
The reason I say in terms of athletically, there's more of a cap because physically I can't.
Of course,
I can't do the same. Jordan can't do the same shit now that he did in 30
no,
years ago.
You're 100% correct.
Right. So at some point, physically, you have a cap in terms of a limit of what you can achieve, accomplish, learn, or whatever. But in every other industry that's not based on physicality,
no,
it's not that. So once I set that bar, you're right. If I set that fucking bar as an athlete, this is pretty much going to be the bar set from me.
Yeah.
Because this is the peak of what I could perform. So I may be able to outdo it a little bit, but like,
there's always limits.
At some point in time, you're going to fucking not be able to outdo that anymore.
Yeah.
But that's not the case in other industries. This is why I say to the point of Jordan come, here's LeBron, here's Victor, here's KD, whatever. Because they elevated the game and they brought a level of understanding that the people who didn't reach that level didn't have.
Yeah.
Now they have it, and everybody from that next generation will continue to surpass that.
Yes.
Now, whether they surpass it in actual greatness, now this is the problem LeBron deal with. Because he went to all these finals and he lost more than Jordan, so they figured Jordan is greater. But in reality, Jordan was more successful in terms of him making it, was successful at a higher percentage.
And see,
at a higher percentage. But Jordan did not make it as many times to the championship as LeBron did.
No, and I don't like that direct comparison to Jordan and LeBron because they're two different players playing two different positions, asked to do two different roles. If you compare Jordan to Kobe, I like that comparison a lot because they're basically the 2P in that pod. LeBron, to me, is more Magic Johnson, where Magic Johnson was doing everything like LeBron.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson was a facilitator, a scorer, rebounder, defender, leader of the team.
All right, hold on,
I like that comparison.
Okay, so when Magic was there and Jordan came, they said, fuck Magic, Jordan is the best.
Yeah.
Even though it was different.
No.
Yes, they did.
No, I know.
Right?
Yeah,
right? Like Magic was the old guard. Jordan is the new,
brought in the new
now in the future.
Yeah.
When LeBron got there, man, they said, look, Jordan was the way that it was, but LeBron is the future of what's gonna be. And for him to be able to do this shit it's not completely apples to apples because of the position changes that you're speaking about with LeBron versus Jordan, but in terms of longevity, playing 20 years, you can look at year number 20 as apples to apples.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck how you got to year 20. Bitch, this is year 20. What did you do? Year 21, what did you do? And from that standpoint, it's like the shit that LeBron doing, Jordan could not have done. He didn't have the physical capabilities, whether it be because of the cigars, whether it be because of the alcohol, whether it be because he took years off, whether it be because he wasn't as finely tuned as a machine later in his years.
And I think also though is the advancements in science in the medical field too that has allowed LeBron to
continually adding on to the layers.
LeBron's got a professional nutrition that's got his body tuned for everything.
Chef,
he's got everything. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was eating pizza, smoking cigars, and drinking beers.
As soon as he left the court,
he's like Babe Ruth.
He in the locker room with a cigar, and it ain't even a championship game. You know what I mean?
He's like Babe Ruth, chugging beers and eating hot dogs before baseball.
Like for real. It ain't so. It's just different.
It's advancements, man.
We stacking. It's like when you had kids, you don't want them to start from the ground level. Like I done already built this shit up for you to stand on my shoulders.
Yes,
it's the same thing whenever you cross when you go in these industries to where the person who was the greatest in that industry built it up. Now go stand on their shoulders.
Yes.
So LeBron is standing on Michael Jordan's
1,000%.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I understand that. But it's like the things that he's able to do, Jordan did not have the ability to do.
You're right.
Now, in his prime, Jordan did shit that LeBron couldn't do. But in terms of longevity, like there's no way Jordan could have lived up to this type of shit in year 21.
Yeah.
He didn't take his fucking Wizards to the playoffs, bro.
But somebody said outside there was a different physicality though when Jordan played.
I
took some years off his life.
Earl Campbell can run nowadays.
Well, Earl Campbell
can run nowadays.
The NFL is not built. They would call offensive foul. I mean, they would call a penalty on Earl Campbell for trucking people. He hit somebody too hard. So look, man, let's get back into it, Big. So you was at the junior college in Iowa. How did you end up at the wonderful university? How do I do it? The Cougar Paw. This way,
University of who? It's the same.
The University of Houston, man. How did you end up at the University of Houston, man?
It was Dick Olin once again, man. I'm telling you, man. So I called Dick. I was like, "Hey, coach, I'm at this JUCO you got me at. What's next?" He said, "I've already been working on next. You're going to the University of Houston." I said, "Coach, I don't want to go to Houston. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
they've offered you. You got a chance to go fight for a spot. You earn it. If you earn a fucking starting spot, good. You should be able to," is what he was saying.
Yeah.
You should be able to go win a spot. You don't want to go and have to go fight somebody for a spot as a junior.
Yeah.
What if you lose? Now you got 1 year left. You want to go to where you have a high percentage chance of winning that spot. And he talked to Coach Sumlin. Sumlin was there at the time. Yeah. It was just, and he paved the way, bro. It was seamless, man. I'm forever grateful for Coach Olin. Swear.
And that's dope, bro. Let's take a look at this, man. We're gonna watch a quick little video of my boy Biggs, man.
Oh my
and
God.
Let's put Biggs on the spot, man. Let's give him a few shots.
You gonna put it right there too?
Yeah, let me give a few shots. Shout out to my boy Esteban Jalamino. Shout out to Javier Gonzalez.
What's up, Javier?
Roy Ibarra.
Appreciate you, Javier.
Danielle. Shout out to my beautiful daughter Alexis.
Alexis, what's up, mommy?
Shout out to Dylan and shout out to Dion, man, for tuning back in with us. So, man, let's watch. This is a 4-minute video. Let's watch this, man.
Oh man,
let's watch this. Let's watch this.
Hey, this was a fun day.
So explain this video for us.
So, all right. Social media was like bubbling. and they realizing this opportunity, like, hey man, maybe we should have a camera follow around one of our top guys. And Case was like, our quarterback Case Keenum was like, no. I was like, bitch, I do it.
Yeah.
Follow me around. So it was just like, okay, so it's media day. So for media day, what happens is all of the local media come to support whichever entity is playing. So whether football, basketball, soccer, volleyball, everybody's gonna have a media day. Depending on the sport, it's gonna depend on how much of a crowd it brings, right? So for media day, for these different teams, they had a picture groups come in. You take your pictures. You got media coming in and they asking about the projections of the season. They speaking about what you think, what your goals are, and this type of shit. And they were just basically following me around for the day while we had this like long itinerary filled with shit, right? So it was a fun day. I remember this day vividly. They edited so much shit out.
Because it's only like a 4-minute video. So how long was they following you? All day?
They follow me all day.
All 12-hour day.
They got 4 minutes. They got 4 minutes from this shit.
Man.
So the uncut footage is probably more funny, more raw. Like I had to really like polish my shit up to not sound like I was ignorant. You know what I mean? So it was really, really fucking polished. But whenever I got around my dogs and we start shooting the shit, chopping it up, they were like, they ain't gonna show that part.
Yeah.
We want to keep this professional. We'll keep it clean. All right, cool. That's fine. So I'm telling you, they outtakes is probably funnier than what we got.
So let's check this out, man. It's on YouTube from the University of Houston. The Day in the Life, James Cleveland. Let's check this out, man.
Oh my God!
Got 10 pictures today. Kind of like 9:30. Sure.
What the fuck?
So let me know how we sound. Y'all check it out. Let me know if we can hear.
That was locker room.
Come on in here, man. How we do? Very well.
Oh my God, dog. And my boy. My boy Swing had that slam.
These are the new excuse. You a bait tradition. Look how the red is lost. Look.
Man, that shit was fun, man.
Now he wants to beat me, but he can't beat me. Look at him.
Wait!
Now if you be like me, you can be better than him. Back at him. Not me. And not me.
Case. Oh my God. Who that, Marcus? Hey! Oh my God, Quarter boy! What's up?
Waiting for the senior pictures. First group pictures is the seniors. I'm waiting right now for the photographer to get ready. And we trying to stay on the inside in the AC, though. It's a little hot out here already. First thing in the morning.
I'm sorry. Damn, oh my God, bro.
12 hours, 4 fucking minutes.
Oh my God, bro.
The senior pictures, the senior group, everybody getting individual groups. Got the freshmen incoming, they just did theirs with Coach Summer. The seniors finna get their picture, and they gonna move them, receivers, and on down the list from there. Yeah, we're gonna kick it later. We're going to do a video headshot for the big screen whenever they say my name on the field on Saturdays. They're gonna show that. Everybody gonna see James Cleveland, number 19, with this headshot I'm about to take.
Damn. Juice! Shout out my boy Juice, man. Juice is assistant head coach Texas Tech. Hey, in the building. Oh my God. What the fuck, man?
We still in Miss Gretchen.
Oh,
it's perfect for you. She got the shake weight. Y'all seen the infomercial when you grab it and the dude with all the muscles with the mass, he's shaking that thing like this, and he got the shake weight. That's the shake weight for women, though. It's the light one. It's only 2 pounds.
Damn, man.
I just did my last interview of the day, finished my compliance meetings, all my pictures with the team, Fox Sports, Houston Chronicles. Man, everybody, they came, they said what's up, they left. Now it's time for me to go take me a little nap before practice. We got meetings in about an hour and a half. It's been a long day, and it's still not over. The hardest part of the day is practice, and we still have meetings after here, so gotta go get my rest, lay up, you know what I'm saying, about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, get up, start stretching, get ready for practice, and handle the real reason I'm able to do these interviews on the field, handle my business on the field. So it's been a great day, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy me and what I'm doing, all of my everything I got going on. So it's been a great day once again. Stay blessed, go Cougs.
Damn, bro. That's classic, man. That's classic. That's classic, bro. That's classic. Hey. I'm fortunate to have partners because a lot of shit happened in my past that I don't really put the emphasis on, put the focus on.
Yeah.
I don't really like doing that. I don't know. I never really just been one to just be honest. It's crazy because I was always on the scene because of me being successful in football. They always wanted me to be on the scene.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what's going on. Pull up. If you pull up, it's official. If you pull up, it's woo, 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 woo. And I never really just like appreciate these moments like that, man. Like before that, they didn't do shit like that.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. I don't know why they chose to, but I'm grateful for it. I had so many experiences that were similar to that wasn't on camera.
Yeah.
That really helped shape the man that I am today. And I'm forever grateful. I appreciate you, man, for pulling this shit out, man.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Real,
you know,
man.
I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? And the podcast, you know, like I said, when people watch this later on or watch it playback, you know, I always get a lot of feedback afterwards, you know, and everybody always says they enjoy the human experience. You know, they want to hear, you know, where you was from, how, because like I was telling you before we got on, you know, when I had Shockey here.
Yeah, Shock.
A lot of people know, like in Texas, Sundays is a big thing for football.
Right.
You know, a lot of us work in the plants.
Right.
You know, Sundays mostly our day off. So when it's football season, man, we got barbecue going, the crawfish going.
It's like
you know, it's a big celebration on the Sunday.
It's like 20 parties in a row.
Yes, bro.
Every week on Sunday.
You know, so the Sunday is a big day for us to get together, and it's our like the cultural, right?
Right.
Our families are here, and then we're all watching and rooting for our teams. So a lot of people.
Shout out Mickey Mouse. I see you, Mom.
Yeah, man. A lot of people probably know about you, know that you won't even know because they're diehard fans. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, I still see people to this day. I ran into somebody, and man, we was on the north side of Houston, nowhere close to Baytown.
Yeah. I
go to get some food. The dude looked me in my face, didn't know me. I hand him my card. Whoop, pay. He see my name. He said, bitch, I know you. I like, nigga, you don't know me. You just looked at me and you didn't say nothing to me. He said, I know this name, though. I was just like, damn, man, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy.
So let's watch one. I showed it earlier when you took a little break. Let's watch this one real quick.
All right.
And then
what's that? Tulane? Oh, yeah.
Tulane. Oh, man, push the wrong button.
Man, baby, you in black and white? It wasn't that long ago.
Nah, that's the video, bro. Let's watch this one, man.
Second down. Gina. Again, time. Again, running right. Again, throws back in the end zone. Cleveland touchdown.
There you go. They're going to start again. Cougar fan and Tulane fan. Cleveland in the pocket. Rolling to his right. Stagger the Yankees Cleveland. Big touchdown.
And you know
touchdown in back of the end zone.
You know what? Man, they had like 2 more touchdowns, maybe 1 more touchdown. They probably could have showed. Man, I had some fun, man. I had some fun. I'm grateful. I'm forever grateful for my experiences, bro. some of the things that I went there and I was able to be a part of, man, because of football, it really changed my fucking life. Like, it changed my life, man. My mindset in terms of being a team player, understanding roles, the mentality, like everything, man. It really changed everything, man. For real.
Yeah, bro. That's really dope, man. That's really dope. So now you're in the University of Houston. You know, we ain't got into that yet. So now you're at the University of Houston, man. You're there with Case Keenum, who's with the Houston Texans right now.
Yeah.
2-time Texan. Shout out to Case Keenum,
Shout out
man.
to Case Keenum, man. U of H Hall of Fame, man. That's my boy.
You know, we got my boy Kevin Tornado. Appreciate you tuning in. We got Luis. Appreciate you tuning in. My boy Diego Reyes from Puerto Rico.
Hey.
Appreciate you tuning in. And then, of course, DJ Side, Noah, man, we appreciate you tuning in. Like I told y'all before, man, we got a big event coming on the 27th. Y'all come check us out for some classic hip-hop, boom bap music here in the city of Houston, man, trying to bring it back. We got DJ Side, Noel Sanchez. He's going to be in the building. Noel's DJ Side is one of the big DJs I remember from back in the day when they used to have a place called the Wax Museum here in Houston. It's where they built the Toyota Center.
Oh, okay.
They tore the spot down.
Yeah.
You know, it was a classic hip-hop, you know,
Yeah.
New York style hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's one of my group is called The World You Trust. That's what we do, classic hip-hop, man. So we're trying to get it back up and going here in Houston, man. So shout out to my boy DJ Side, man. You need a DJ, one of the best DJs in the business, man. Get with DJ Side. So now you're at the University of Houston with Case Keenum, man. What was your relationship with Case?
So because I was coming in as a highly touted recruit and a receiver, with him being quarterback, his first mission was, let me find this motherfucker, introduce myself, and make it cordial to the point of where he comfortable with everything. So it was. So I went there. I was down there for 2 years. The first year I stayed off campus. The second year I stayed. Case Keenum was my roommate. Like we stayed in this big ass fucking mansion. There was like 5 or 6 of us in there, and we just split the rent on in like a big ass Houston mansion. That bitch had like 5 or 6 rooms. That bitch was huge, 2 stories. But yeah, it was nice though. So yeah, that's my boy, man. He got inducted into the U of H Hall of Fame last fall, and I actually was able to run into his wife, which was his fiance at the time, and his parents. His dad was a coach. He coached him at Abilene Christian in Abilene. But yeah, I ran into him. It was a long time coming. I hadn't seen him in a while, but I just seen a lot. All of his wife and his parents a couple months back. It was about 4 or 5 months back. 6 months back.
That's dope, man. So when you got there with Case, you know, Case was a big deal in college. People, that's right when Kevin Sumlin was there and Case Keenum, when University of Houston started becoming
popping,
a big name again.
Poppin'.
You know what I mean? And what was your relationship with Kevin Sumlin about?
It was cool. It was more business than personal. You know, because he didn't really, in terms of like do shit with the production. He had a lot of respect for me and what I did in the beginning. We ended up butting heads a little bit, but it wasn't really just like real personal, because he wasn't really involved with the offensive structure and the scheme. But that, he was cool though. It was cordial. It was respect.
So at that time though, that was like in 2009, 2010, right? You was with the University of Houston.
Yeah.
That's when the Cougars went from non-existent in football, out of a few people here and there, to all of a sudden now the Cougars is a big football team, man.
Big 12, bro. Power 5. With all of the realignment with Texas A&M leaving to go SEC, it opened up more opportunities for other schools to be invited to the Big 12. Yeah, which U of H was able to excel. Right, so U of H track was always been great. Shout out to Tata. Tata was running. Pat, like we
hold on, that boy don't forgot Carl Lewis. Like Carl Lewis ain't shit.
Carl Lewis was the coach. Like
Carl Lewis, man.
People be surprised and shocked that like I've met Carl Lewis personally.
You met him,
bruh. Like personally,
I'm a
with him.
Houstonian till I die, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody from Houston. From The Undertaker to Booker T, Kenny Rogers,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I know everybody from Houston.
Swear to God, Booker T, I ain't lying. Man, we was at a fucking 707 tournament in Friendswood, and something happened to Booker T truck. This bitch was broke down. My daddy was like, that Booker T. Like, that ain't Booker T from the Harlem Heat. He said, yes, it is. And we picked him up, dropped him off, gave him a ride, asked my brother, shout out Cleve, you know it's real, man. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Bro, Moses Malone's son. Yeah. Moses Malone Jr. That motherfucker went to Friendswood. Man, we played against him in high school. Big man. Oh, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, if I start running down all of the people that I know really, really just personally, it'd be wild. It's a lot. It'd be wild.
You know, Booker T, bro, when I was a little kid, you know, we used to go to the Coliseum. It's not even around no more. The Coliseum been torn down for 20, 30 years. But when I was a kid, my dad scored some tickets where we were sitting ringside. And Booker T and Stevie Ray, shout out to the Harlem Heat, you know, they performed. Booker T with G.I. Bro. I was a little boy, dog. I was like 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? Bro. And that was a Booker T and Stevie Ray were just getting started out, bro.
That shit was a big deal, bro.
You know, I tell people, right, look, you know, both my ears is pierced, dog. They've been pierced for a long time.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, the local wrestling promoter was a guy named Paul Bosch. And I don't know if he was part Indian or what, but he had big ass ears, and he used to sit on a chair for IW Marks when they used to show the wrestling, you know, and he would sit on a chair and they would move him around like that. And they'd rotate him all the way around. Yeah. And he'd be like, if IW Marks can make my ears look this good, think what they could do for you. That's honestly why I got my ears pierced, bro. Yeah, man. But that's why I got my ears pierced, man, because of Paul Bosch, man. Shout out to Paul Bosch and IW Marks, man. That commercial changed my life. That man had big ears like my grandpa, like me, and that boy had the diamonds in it. He said, if IW Marks can make my ears look this good, imagine what they could do for you. Shout out to my boy Noah Sanchez, man. DJ Side from the King Baby Familia and the King Baby Band. Shout out to my boy King Baby. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. So we've been going through this, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We got my boy James Cleveland here with me. James Big, man. He was from Baytown, Texas. He played with the University of Iowa, went to a junior college in Iowa, and then we're talking about his University of Houston days. So let me read off some things, man, with my boy James. You know, a lot of people don't understand how good Big was when he was at the University of Houston. 2010, Blitnikoff Award Watch List. College Football Performance Award Wide Receiver Trophy Favorite. 2009, Phil Steele Publication All-American Third Team. 2010, FootballNews.com All-American Honor Mention. 2009, SportsIllustrated.com All-American Honorable Mention. 2009, Conference USA Newcomer of the Year. 2009, All-Conference USA First Team. Became only the 11th player in the University of Houston single season history to record 1,000 yards receiving, assembling a lofty number despite missing 2 games late in the season with an ankle injury. Joined Patrick Edwards and Tyron Terry as the only receivers in this trio, the school history, to have 1,000 yards in the same season. So, man, when y'all say Big's name, put some respect on his name, man.
Hey. Something that's not up there, you can Google it right now. Conference championship record.
Yeah.
I tied it.
That man.
I think it's me and Donnie Avery, me and DA.
Yeah. 23
catches in the championship game.
That's dope.
That's really like from college. Now that's like the highlight. It was like 23 for like 2, bro. It went nutty. Like 240, like 2 touchdowns. We end up losing, but that was really like that record right there in terms of tying that record.
Yeah.
Is the highlight of me being at U of H. Championship game record, the amount 23 catches, bro. 23 catches, bro. That is really crazy, man. Because when I'm in it and I'm doing it, it don't feel like this is what's going on. I swear to God, when I finished that game, I did not know I had 23 catches.
Did somebody come up to you and tell you that?
They told me. Because we lost the game, so I was mad. But they came to me telling me in the game that I tied the record. After the game, that I tied the record. Of course, during the game, they didn't say nothing because it was a close game. It was back and forth. We went all the way down to the last drive, and we threw a pick at the end of the game on the last drive in the end zone to score. If we would have scored, we would have won. So I was hurt. I was broken about we losing the game.
Yeah.
But after the game, they're like, yo, damn, bro, you went woo, woo, woo. I'm like, man, I ain't do shit. They're like, yeah, you did. That's fucking records, bro.
Yeah,
You're not finna downplay it just because we lost. And I was just like, man, but yeah, man, it was crazy.
It's hard to realize like stats and shit when you're in the game, right? Because you're focused playing the game.
Yes.
You're focused on doing what you need to do. And then afterwards, when there was, that's when they could tell you.
I swear to God, it was when I finished the game, they was telling me this, woo, 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 you did this, you did. I'm like, I don't care. I was thinking about the 2 opportunities that I didn't have catches. So we went like 20, it was 2 or 3. So it was either 23 out of 25 or 23 out of 26 from Case to me. And it was just like, damn. Well, if you're telling me I tied the record, if I would have had woo, 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 these all of these catches, I would have the record. So it was just like, even in my mindset, I'm like, man, that ain't shit, but we lost. I ain't did nothing. But looking back on it, like, you can't take that from me. That's going down in the record. Even if somebody passed me, they're not taking me out the record book.
Yeah, you're slim.
I'm moving to second.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that, bro. I appreciate. I'm grateful for what I was able to accomplish, man. For real.
So you was doing it up at the University of Houston, man. There's multiple highlights, multiple write-ups. Like I said, I was just looking at one right now from the Bleacher Report. That's a major, big sporting publication. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People can't take some of this away from you. You
No.
know what I mean?
No.
You type in your name, James Cleveland, University of Houston, James Cleveland, Baytown, James Cleveland, wide receiver.
You'll be able to see.
You can see all these
everything,
write-ups, man.
everything.
That's got to be a dope feeling, bro.
It is, bro. The best part about it? Showing my boys.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Showing my boys and allowing for them to see my shit and let them give them something to chase after, to pass. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like, hey, this is the bar, son. Regardless of if this ain't your bar, this is the bar that you gotta fucking pass.
Yeah.
Like this is what your genetics is built on.
Yeah, man.
Kind of how you like to speak on your ancestors.
Yeah, man.
And the conquering that they did.
Yeah.
It's the same type of way in terms of I was able to go and conquer. Now, hey, motherfucker, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You're not starting from scratch. You starting from up here on these shoulders. Now go do the same shit.
Yeah, man. That's an
saying?
advantage, bro.
Man,
that's an advantage,
man.
you know.
I'm forever grateful.
And Big and I are coaches with our kids, and sometimes people can say, "Man, y'all hard on y'all kids," but I was raised perfect or nothing, and I was beat to be this way.
Yeah.
I tell people, not a lot of people understand that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm good.
Nah.
I'm good because I was beat to be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was bred to be perfect. I was raised to be perfect. Am I perfect? No, by no means.
No.
But I expect perfection from myself, and I'm gonna work hard to be the best that I can be every day. And I cannot be less than the best that I can be on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
And I hold that shit.
It's important.
Sacred to my heart.
It's important.
I could never come home to my house and look at my kids when they're asleep, because I check on my kids when they come home. Sometimes I come home 2 days after I've been at work so long or whatever it may be.
Right.
I cannot come home and tell my kids and look at their face, I didn't do everything I could do today to be the best I can be for you. That's impossible to me, because I witnessed my dad do that for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's something I've been beat, physically in me to be the best that I can be.
Yeah.
To be the best Isaac when I'm not feeling well, when I'm down, when I'm sad, when I battle depression, anxiety.
Right.
When I step on the stage, all that shit goes out the door. I go into Isaac mode, ice mode, where it's fucking time to do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I remember my dad used to tell me when I was a boy and I didn't understand, and he would be like, when everybody's in chaos, you'll be the only motherfucker that knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm still that way. Bro, I've been crazy shit in life.
Yeah.
And I'm the only sane person. Like, anything can happen in this life. I'm always gonna be the rock, because that's what I was raised and born and bred to be. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I don't know if some of these people's family, and so I know they understand, but I don't know if everybody else has understood in terms of you explaining to them your background.
Yeah.
But your dad raised you similar to how my dad raised me. And realistically, they don't make men like that no more.
No, definitely not.
And when I say that, people get offended, but here's what I mean. whenever our parents was kids, there was a certain way that you raise men. They don't raise them like that no more.
No, definitely.
So
not.
you can't create the type of man that raised us anymore because the environment of what the boys are in now is not the environment that the boys were in whenever our dads were boys.
Yeah.
So in terms of that aspect of it, the next generation's men, they'll never be like the previous generation's men ever again.
Nope.
Unless until the cycle repeats itself and we get back to that stage. But as it has it right now, the fucking boys that's raised now, they will never have a chance to be like our dads because they were not raised how our dads was raised.
One of the big things too, and I've talked about almost everybody in my podcast, we talk about this. One big, humongous difference though, like I wasn't just raised by my dad, it was a village.
Yes.
You know, even like we talked about on my last episode, you know, with my boy Trust, you know, Drunk Joe could tell us something and drop us some knowledge. And you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
you better fucking listen.
Yes, bro. Like everybody
Drunk Joe bust your ass if you didn't listen,
bro.
He'll fuck you up.
He would be out drinking beer. You know, to my brothers, you know, from South Houston, we all know this. You know, his name was Joe. We used to call him Drunk Joe, white guy. He would come out and he would be drinking some beers. We'd been the kids playing football in the street, and he would throw some. He used to throw like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. He'd throw the bombs to us.
Yeah,
you know, but he would teach like everybody. I thank God that I grew up this way. Everybody that was older than me was always trying to teach something to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and could discipline us and could tell us, hey, bro, that ain't right, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't supposed to be doing. You say like if I would talk bad in front of females, all the men would be on our case.
On your ass.
You know what I'm saying? If I didn't open the door, hold the door, help the old lady with the groceries, we could be the baddest kid in the world, but always have respect, and that's the main thing that's lacking. These boys ain't taught respect first and foremost. They're not stopped. So I shared this story a few weeks ago on my Facebook. It was one of our first days of practice at Jenkins Field. I got there early, and there was all these little boys running around amongst the gallery in between the bleachers.
Yeah.
And they was running, you know, and I was like, you know, hey man, there's women and people, you know, y'all need to watch out. So them little boys, and it was not just Hispanic kids, black kids, white kids, it was all kids.
Yeah.
And they was running. And this little boy like ran right to me and he was like, can you move? And I looked down at him and I said, the words, excuse me, young man. And he said, I swear, he looked down and he looked right at me. He said, yes, sir. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But that proves the point. What I'm trying to make, though, every boy knows right and wrong. I don't care what society wants to teach you and say. We know as men, we know as boys, right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to physically stop a boy from behaving badly, he's going to keep behaving badly because we're going to push the boundary.
Absolutely.
When I stopped that boundary right then and there, and I looked at him in his little face, and I have no idea who this kid is. I have no idea who his parents are.
Give you respect.
But I made him respect me because that's how I was raised. I said, excuse me, young man. The word is excuse me. And I looked at him, you know, people say, man, you always look mad. That's not, you know,
straight.
My dad used to tell me, the fuck you smiling for?
Straight.
What you happy for? The fuck?
Straight.
Look, you know, what do you get?
Hey, the men from back then, they had very little fucking reason to smile.
My dad used to,
they didn't smile.
You can't even smile.
Graduation, fucking marriage, birthday party.
I still remember to this day when I graduated high school, my dad almost choked up. Like, he was like 3 breaths away from choking up. And I was like, I thought he was joking. I thought he was joking, like laughing. And I was like, is this dude choking up? Like, nah. No, when I got married, not when I got married to my first wife.
Okay.
But my dad is like, even my own friends right now, you know, shout out to my boy Rick and Hector and, you know, Keenan and Arian, you know, my homeboys I grew up with.
They know.
They would come to my house like, is your dad there? Nah, I ain't going inside. I ain't going inside. Then one time we had a mishap with the police, me and my brother Sean. And it really was some bullshit, bro. Like when I tell you I've been racially profiled, it really was bullshit. And my little brother and I got arrested, and my boy Hector had to go to my house and tell my dad. He had to go like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And
he was scared. He was scared of shit.
he said, he still tells me to this day, bro, remember when I have to go tell your dad we got locked up by the that boy said he was so scared, he walked like little baby steps all the way up to the door. And he said he knocked on the door. And then my dad came in. He said, I didn't know what to say, man. But that's how he was raised, though.
I'm not saying shit to you.
He said, man, I still remember to this day, because my dad's house is in LaPorte. It's a long walkway to get to the door. He said, bro, I took little baby steps all the way. And we was grown men. I was like 18, and Hector was probably about 20, 21. He was a little bit older than me.
Oh my
and
God.
That boy said, man, I had to take little baby steps all the way to the door. He said, I didn't want to have to knock on the door and tell your dad, y'all got locked up. And then my dad, when he opened the door and he told him, my dad's mad at Hector.
He knew it.
He's like, what the fuck? He's like,
I didn't want to go in that bit.
My dad was mad at him, and he was like, "Hey man, I just come. Don't
Hey, don't kill the messenger.
Yeah,
That's
don't
what
kill the messenger.
Don't kill the messenger, motherfucker."
It really was some bullshit, bro. It really legitimately was some bullshit, man. But I still remember to that day, like they try to like him us up and all this shit, you know. And what the crazy thing is, my parents were friends. My dad was friends with the chief of police in LaPorte at the time. And I still remember when they put, like, we legitimately, like, swear to God on everything. We're racially profiled and bullshit, dog. And I remember we got in the cop car and I was like, y'all know Aaron correct? I ain't gonna say his name, but you know. Y'all know him, right? And they're like, yeah. I was like, cool. As soon as I get there, I'm gonna call my dad, and my dad's gonna call him. They're friends, and this is bullshit.
Right.
And I still remember them cops looked at each other and they was talking to each other, but they couldn't hear us. They were trying to charge us with assaulting an officer, resisting arrest, like all kind of like felony shit.
Yeah.
My brother had to go to the baseball field in LaPorte and like clean the dirt up for like a week in public
community service.
Community service.
Yeah,
they were trying to charge us with a felony, and all my brother had to do was go rake up the field in LaPorte. Get out of here, bro. Like they were trying to pull some bullshit, but I still remember to this. But again, though, getting back to it, we need more men. I know it's funny, dog, because it's comical. But we need more men.
It's comical to the ones who endured it.
Because I don't rely. I will never, like, bro. Another example. Dog.
I guarantee you, a youth nowadays would not laugh at the shit we saying.
Like,
that motherfucker was crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like another example, right? So my daughter, I went to go pick her up one day because she had a doctor's appointment at a high school in LaPorte. So I walk into the school. You know, I'm checking her out. And this little boy is coming in, like a little kid. He's coming into the office, raising all kind of ruckus, cussing, talking bad. And I could see there's nothing but old ladies and old women in the office.
Okay.
And I could see in everybody's face they was terrified of this little punk. You know, terrified. And he's going off, you know, the principal's trying to talk to him. His mom, like, he's like, F this, bitch, this.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I couldn't take it, dog.
Yeah. You said something to him?
I said, hey, I yelled at him. I said, hey, man, there's women in here. Don't you disrespect nobody else in here again, bro. And he looked at me and he was like, what you want to do? I said, hey, I don't. I'm a good man, dog.
Hey, call your daddy, motherfucker.
I'm a good man, dog. And I work hard and I do everything in my power to be a good man. But I'm still a dog.
Call your daddy.
Don't ever, I don't care how big, small, young, old, gay, straight, bi, identify as whatever you, don't ever fucking challenge me, dog.
Yeah.
Cause that all the kumbaya feelings I got inside.
Oh my God.
that shit goes out the door. The pit bull comes back, and it's like you trying to challenge me. You growling at me, like, hey, bro, I got mad quick, dog. And then that little boy got scared. You know, I handled the situation, dog. And then like, you know, the cops finally got, like, the in-school security finally got there, and it was a guy, Officer Parsons, who I known since I've been in school. You know, they got him out of there and all that. Then all the old ladies, they was like, oh, thank you so much, sir. I was like, you ain't got to thank me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
You know, like, you were a woman, not only that you're an elder, but you're a woman and you were in a terrifying situation. As a man, It is my
It's your
responsibility
duty. It's your
and my duty, my
It's your
job
duty.
to stop, to protect them,
It's
dog.
your duty.
Regardless of the situation,
It's
you
your
know.
duty.
And I know I go back a lot on this podcast about writing songs and stuff, but there's a song I wrote for my boys because one day I was listening to a piece of a church, and I told the story, a piece of a church channel. When I was at work, my Bluetooth switched off and I got in my truck and it picked up a part of a church channel. And the guy was saying, you know, you only here for so long. And then next thing you know, God calls you home. And I turned the channel after that. And I was driving. I had a long drive and I was thinking about it. And I don't know why that stuck with me, dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, have I done enough on this life? Because I have my dad. I still have my dad. I still, even all the success, quote unquote, I've had in my life,
Right.
when I call and talk to my dad, it's like,
You ain't did shit, bitch.
the fuck, you
You
still
ain't
ain't
did
done,
shit.
you know?
You ain't did shit,
Like, can you just be
You ain't
proud?
did shit, bitch.
Can you just
Nah.
can you just be
No.
like
No.
that?
It ain't over, nigga.
I've
You ain't did
surpassed you.
nothing.
I've
You
done
ain't-
more.
you ain't did nothing.
You know, but so I was thinking to myself, like, have I done enough in this world? If I would die today on this road
Yeah.
for my boys, and this is about 5-6 years ago. So, you know, Chiki was like 2 or 3 years old. Ali was like 2 years old. So Chico was like 4.
Okay.
You know, Yanni was like 9. You know, all my kids were really
Okay.
young.
Okay.
And I was thinking, like, have I done enough? You know? So then when I got back to my trailer, I wrote a song and, you know, and a manuscript of what I want them to follow. But why I'm getting to that, because there's a part of the
I think I
song.
heard that song.
It's called Hold On Me. And that's what I say on there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I heard it. I
you
heard
know, protect your children and wife,
Yes.
even if it costs you your
it.
life.
Yes.
Hold on with all your might. But that's something my dad taught me, dog. My dad always taught me to defend and protect people that are weak, you know what I mean? And women and ladies and kids.
And
you know?
not even just to say weak, but not as strong as you.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not that I'm the strongest by no means.
No.
But don't bring comfort. I don't know how to, like my wife sometimes like, you know, and I'm hardly mad, you know what I mean? Because I know what I get like when I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like,
I don't like it.
you don't know how to be mad. Because when
I
I'm
don't
mad,
like it.
I'm the fucking Hulk.
I
Dog.
don't
Like,
getting mad.
it's
When I'm mad,
ballistic.
I'm fucking Sage.
Yes,
brother.
bro.
I'm
yes.
Sage's brother. I don't like getting mad, bro. I hate getting mad. It leads me to have to rectify a situation.
Yes.
Sorry for doing that. I shouldn't have done it.
Yes.
Or put me in a situation that can't be rectified because I went too far.
Yes.
So
And I'm
really,
the same way,
really
bro.
do not like getting mad, bro.
I'm
I
that
really
same
don't.
way, man. That's
If I get mad at you, it's not because something happened.
I'm just the
because
situation.
I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like if you did something that I don't fuck with you, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
If like, let's say my brother, not even you, my dog, okay, my brother,
Yeah.
my dog, my mom, it don't matter. If something happened and they do something that I don't fuck with, it don't make me mad.
Yeah.
It just make me say, have a conversation like, damn, I didn't appreciate that. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Blase, blase. But if you fucking piss me off, if we people, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Piss me off, and I ain't fucking with you. Period. But it's so hard for me to get mad because I know that once I get mad,
Yeah. It turns to another spot.
I hate that you're breathing.
Yeah. I'm the same way, bro.
Like, bitch, stop blinking.
Yeah, I'm
you
the
understand
same
what I'm saying?
way.
I don't like. So it's like if I get mad at you, I really remove myself from you.
Yeah.
Remove you from my life.
That's fact.
Like, because everything you do is gonna fucking piss me off.
That's fact.
Everything.
Bro. That's facts, man. So I still remember, like, the next day, the principal reached out to me and was like, "Man, I want to thank you for." He was apologizing at first.
Coming to
You
the
know
rescue.
that I had to be put in that situation, but he thanked me. You know, he called me personally
Yeah.
and was like, "You know, I apologize that you had to be in that situation, but I thank you that you were able to be there." And I was like, "Hey, man, I'm from LaPorte. I'm a graduate of LaPorte. Like, this is my home. Like, LaPorte is always gonna be my home." I was like, I apologize to him for me getting out of line.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm never gonna apologize for doing right.
Nah,
Because
for
that was the
doing
right thing to do.
regardless.
I was like, I could see the terror in these old ladies' face,
Absolutely.
and I can't stand for that. Like,
Absolutely.
that motherfucker's lucky I ain't take out my start with it.
Bust his ass,
Yeah, man. So let's get back to it, big. Let's
Uh-huh,
finish this out,
man.
man. We've been going for a little bit, chopping it up.
Man. Hey, we're gonna have to just come back to get to the rest of it, bro.
Man, let's
When-
finish
when-
it out,
when
bro.
When we get to the point where I say, all right, we're gonna come back.
Yeah, we'll
If
get
they
back
ask
to it.
for it, we'll come
Yeah,
back. If
we'll-
they ain't
you know,
asking for it, then I ain't gonna speak.
My boy Shocky, wants to do it with you too, man. You know,
Okay.
Shock knows
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna have a part 2 with Big and Shocky,
That's my
man.
dog, man. Shock.
So in
Shock, man.
2009, you had a killer of the year, like all-time year, really,
Yeah.
in all of college football.
Yeah.
In 2009, you was over 1,200 yards in receiving, averaging 11 and a half yards receptions, 14 touchdowns. You was killing it, man.
Yeah.
So how was you feeling at that time? What changed? What was the difference between Iowa and the University of Houston?
The offense. So when you go to Iowa, this is the part that I struggle with. This is why I was like, I'm ready to get out that bitch. Because I'm coming from high school where we passed that bitch 40 times.
Yeah.
And we ran it 10.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize this at the time. I chose a college that run that bitch 40 times and throw it 10.
Yeah.
So you understand? So I'm out that bitch blocking.
You're just standing there blocking.
I don't want to fucking block, bitch. I'm a receiver.
Yeah.
I throw me the rock.
And you're a good receiver.
I will break this bitch off.
Yeah.
Whoever's in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to break him off. And it was just like, well, that's not how we run offense here.
You was in the wrong system.
No, that's not what we doing. And I didn't get it at the time. I'm grateful for it now because in high school I played in the spread formation. In college I played in the run formation. So it really helped me to get both sides of offense.
Yeah.
The run side and the passing side all together.
So you wanted to be Andre Johnson and they had you Kevin Walters just blocking people. Kevin Walters is a great blocker. The receiver get down the field.
Hey, bitch. If I'm a receiver, I don't. If the first thing you talking about me as a receiver is blocking, I ain't doing something right.
Yeah.
Fuck what you talking about. Yeah. The blocking is the extra shit. Is my mentality then.
No, because you was always been a big game receiver. And, so you used to making big plays. Downfield.
I'm 10, 12 catches a game.
Yeah, no. Now you ain't even.
And now I'm 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Whoa. And that see, the crazy thing is the 2 or 3 for them was big shit.
That was a lot
because they only had 12 completions.
Yeah, that's that.
So I got 33% of the completion type shit.
You're using 12 completions.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm used to coming from 32 completions and I got 15 of them.
Yeah.
Or 28 completions and I got 12 of them.
Yeah.
Like, and so I'm used to high volume, and that was really the thing. But that's why I said, I'm sure Kirk Ferentz, you probably not gonna see this. If you do, cool. But shout out to Kirk Ferentz because you coaching and teaching football the right way. Even though youngsters like myself won't get it when they coming from a different style of program, I'm forever grateful for you actually having the impact that you had, being the person that you are, worried about the most important things of football. I look at Coach Ferentz, the coach at Iowa.
Yeah.
Coach Ferentz is like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick don't want famous football players.
No.
Celebrities. Bitch, I want football players.
Team, yeah.
I want you to go tackle a nigga on special teams.
Do your job.
I want you to block this motherfucking 3 technique if I ask you to.
Yeah.
I want you to be the lead blocker on this play where you ain't gonna get no recognition for the person that scored the touchdown.
Yes.
But in the film room, I will praise you because you're being a good football player.
You did your job.
You understand what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, there is no higher individual than Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah, man.
I didn't get it at the time, and I regret that I didn't get it at the time. Even in my exit meeting with Coach Ferentz, man, this was the most stand-up individual I've ever met. Not by race, not by
just as
gender, as an individual.
Yeah.
As an individual. Man, woman, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is one of the most stand-up people I've ever met because the principles he stand behind, they don't vary for the better players.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'll sit my best player down too.
Yeah.
I kick my best player off this bitch ass team too.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if it ain't going the right way. And that's the part that at the time I was like, man, fuck all this shit. He don't even want me. Woo, woo, woo. But as I matured, I realized he was doing what was best for all 88 people on the team.
Yeah.
Not trying to cater to 1 or 2. If you can't get in line with the rest of these 88, because they're getting in line, then you gone.
Yeah.
I'll have 87 if you don't want to be the 88th and get in line for what he knew as producing the best man.
Yeah.
So he wasn't producing the best man would produce the best athlete, but it's not gonna be the best athlete in the nation.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the best athlete that you can be. He wasn't trying to compete with State, USC. He was trying to turn you into your best player, your best version of yourself.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're not as fast as this person, not as strong as that person. Are you as strong as you could be? Are you as fast as you're supposed to be? Because if not, then we're going to keep working. If you are, we're going to keep working.
Yeah.
Period. It don't matter what you make and what you become of whatever it is. If you're greater than what I had expectations of you to be, bitch, you still going to keep working.
Yeah.
You didn't make it yet. So from that perspective, that's the type of mentality that I take towards everything. So anytime I put and this is not cliche, this is not for the fucking cameras. If you know me, you know this is real. Anything that I put my hands on is, for one, gonna be my best effort. For two, the next time that I'm doing it, it could be the next day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better than the next day.
Of course.
Because I'm using that previous day as a landmark in terms of, hey, this worked, this didn't. Do more of this, less of this. Try to find another way to make it exciting this way, and less of a way to make it more of a chore that way. From that standpoint, it's like, all I'm trying to do is make it enjoyable for you to where you don't even realize that you're working as hard as you can, and this is what's going to produce your best you.
Yeah.
If I can get that, I don't give a fuck about the fucking score. I heard this when I was chasing football. I played arena, and I had a coach, Dominic Bramante. He was from the Baltimore Ravens. Shout out Bramante. Much love. He was a Native American Indian. Proud of his lineage, taught me a lot of shit. But he was like, after one of our arena games, I think it may have been a playoff game, it was something. That nigga say, there's over 1 billion Chinese people that don't know that this game ever existed.
Yeah.
It's not about the result. I tell my sons, this is a slogan I live by. It's not mine. I got it from somewhere. But honestly, I don't know the reference. The facts don't matter.
Yeah.
What happens to you do not fucking matter. What happens to you does not matter. It don't matter. The most important part of this is how you rebound. If something bad happens to you and you rebound with more ignorant, stupid shit, you just added on to the negative that was already coming to you regardless. If you have good shit happen to you and you rebound poorly, you just made the good shit that happened go away, because all they finna speak on is the bullshit that you put them through after you had the good shit happen. So the facts do not matter. Whatever the results are, don't matter. The most important thing is how you rebound and how you recover from the good or the bad. Because once the good happened, the good that happened don't take you into the future. You got to continue doing that. If it was bad, the bad that happened don't take you into the future. You got to continue going into the future. So if you don't want what happened already to continue happening, make the change. If you want more of the same good results that happen, continue to do more of the same. And that's that.
Man. So big, we've been on it for a little bit, man. We got more to tell, we're running out of time. But I'm gonna do a part 2 with you and Shock Main, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a bit.
And Shocky, when Shocky was here, he had told me, man, we got to get me and Biggs in here. So we got all the way to the University of Houston. The next step for you is getting on with the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. And then, like you said, you played some arena football and the other football leagues here in the United States. Yeah. So, we'll go ahead and call it a night tonight. I know you got to be at work. I got to be at work in the morning. But, man, it's been great, bro. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate your friendship. When people watch this back, I promise you I'm going to get the same messages. People love the whole story, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because some people just see you or may know you as man, that was big, that was Cleveland. Yeah. Cleveland rocks. Yeah. With the touchdown. But they don't know the person, James Cleveland. They don't know Big. They don't know everything you've been through, what it takes. No. And we're only doing a glimpse, we're doing a quick run through the whole life. You know what I'm saying? If you got any people out there that know what's going on with me, that knew what was going on with me in college, and you got requests to hear that, then I'll give it to you. If not, I'm probably not gonna go deep into it. But I wouldn't mind providing that for
your platform if you got people that's interested. If
Yeah.
you don't know that's cool. Let it go and we'll continue talking about good shit in the
Yeah.
future. But if you got requests, genuine requests to want to know what the fuck happened when I was there and what was going on, I'll step back on and address it.
So y'all hear that, man? Y'all hear that, bro? Y'all hear it from my bro, Big, man. So next time we get Big here, we'll have Big and my boy Shaqmaine Davis. They both were former NFL wide receivers, you know, in the big game and the big dance. You know, Shaqmaine with the Patriots and Biggs with the Cowboy. Who was the quarterback of the Cowboy? Romo?
Tony Romo.
Oh, man.
Tony
Never mind,
fucking
dog. No,
Romo.
never mind, dog.
Hey,
I know, bro. I know.
Ah,
You know, it's not many
on, way.
Hispanics in the NFL, you know.
come on,
But,
way.
you know, when we are in the NFL, we do good things. You know, Anthony
Yeah.
Munoz is one of the greatest
Yes. Ever.
offensive linemen ever.
Ever.
You know what I mean?
Ever.
Tony Romo was,
Hey, I ran into a Hispanic girl and she said some shit that I thought it was creative as fuck. Y'all probably think she said, I'm down with the Brown. Whoever is in my culture, I'm supporting them. And it was just like, you know what, mama? That's love. I appreciate you being that way and being honest enough to respect and say that. I got a lot of respect for that. So I trust me, I get it, man. That Romo, he was
you know, it's like UPS. What can Brown do for you?
he was a lot of people's
He did good, man.
It was a lot of people's
he was all right,
He
you know.
did.
And if you look on the grand scheme of things, for where he come from, his grandparents
absolutely
were migrant people that came to
Underprivileged.
Wisconsin to go work in the factories, you know, from Mexico, and then his parents.
He's the underdog story.
1,000%.
He's the underdog story.
Did you know Jeff Garcia? He's Mexican
Yes.
too, even though he's
Yes.
red face and red freckles.
Yes.
Even though Terrell and T.O. beat him up.
You know him.
You know, but there's also some people that you know, there's a lot of not just Hispanic people, but you know, Mexican Chicano people that you don't even know about. You know, Jim Plunkett, won a Super Bowl, you know, for the Raiders, and then Ted Williams in baseball. You know, Ted Williams is half Mexican.
No, I did not know.
Bro, Ted Williams be bullshit.
Hey, that's crazy.
Bullshit.
Hey, he one of the best hitters of all time.
Ever.
That should be fucking.
And he's half Mexican from Jalisco, Mexico, bro.
Bruh, that should be fucking world news. But in terms of when you
You
bring
don't
Ted
even know
Williams
he's Hispanic.
No,
I've
I've never known that.
His mom is Mexican from Mexico. His name,
He should have took her last name.
Why I gotta check this?
He
real
should have
quick.
took her last name, and then it would be no fucking question about it.
I believe his name's Theodore, and then his middle name is Spanish, dog. Watch. Ted Williams right here, dog. Where is it at? Right here.
Samuel? Nah,
Samuel.
no. Oh, Samuel. Okay.
But look, dog, look, where did it go to? Where his family look? Early life. He's born in San Diego, California, man.
Oh, San Diego. You know
Look,
everybody from San Diego.
And his mother was Mexican
culture,
from El Paso, Texas.
Everybody from you may move from San Diego from another culture, from another country.
Yeah.
But if you come from Mexico or United States in San Diego, like you got Hispanic descent somewhere.
Yeah, bro.
You got Mexican descent somewhere, bro. Somewhere. I didn't know he was from San Diego.
Man, his people is Spanish, dog. He ain't never never spoken. And I've done a lot of reading on it because you know I was like, damn, I didn't know that. And then when you read into it, it was like he was ashamed of it, bro. And he didn't want people to know that his family was from fucking Mexico and he was part Mexican. You know what I mean? Which, as a Hispanic person, bro, there's not many of us that make it to the big dance. That's kind of hurtful. You know what I mean? To know one of the best ever was ashamed of us and ashamed of his culture, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Daisy Duke, she was part Mexican. She was half Mexican too, dog. Man.
No, I didn't know.
Daisy Duke for the Dukes of Hazzard is half Mexican.
I didn't fucking know that.
Bro, there's a whole bunch.
Hell no, the way that shit didn't seem like nobody was anything other than white on Dukes of Hazzard, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They bullshit, man. You know, Jim Thorpe is a Native American, which, you know, we all, you're Hispanic, you're all North American. Yes. But Jim Thorpe is one of the greatest athletes ever. Not just football.
No, ever.
Like in all sports.
He will transcend errors.
But
he can play now.
But why ain't there movies about him? Why ain't there one movie? Not just movies, shows. They're not even one. Of course. Bro.
And me, I'm a proud member of the Native American family. Yeah, like, I'm a Delaware tribe, so I know my lineage. If I show you my grandmother, let alone great grandparent, if I show you my grandmother, she more red than you.
Damn.
Swear to God.
Shout out to my boy Alton Burkhalter, man. He was the only black dude that I know from Louisiana. He'll be like, he's 1/4 of an eighth Chippewa had his little car.
Yeah. Hey, when you know it, you proud of it. I ain't gonna lie, man.
He used to have a little car.
In the building.
He had a car, man. They would say he's 1/4, 5th of an 8th Chippewa Indian or something like
1/4,
that. But with that car, you know, that boy bust on that car, man. Rest in peace. Shout out to my boy Alton Berghalter, man.
1/4 fit.
Horsla. He looked like Steve Harvey, just bigger, but just like Steve Harvey. He used to work with us in the inspection industry. What I do, man.
20% of a quarter.
Yeah, bro. He would bust out. He would bust out the card. He had an official card from the Chippewa tribe. And it said on there like it had it broke down like 5.3 something percent, like so 1/4 of an 8. 1/4 of an 8.
1/4 of an 8.
Chippewa. But that boy had the card. So man, look, we didn't get into bigs in the NFL yet, man.
Oh man.
You know, like I said, he got out. He was with the Dallas Cowboys, you know, and then played some arena football and then some other football leagues here in the United States. So save that for part 2, man. We'll have bigs with Shaq Maine. So we'll have 2 former wide receivers in the NFL. You know, I know Shaq told me about that too after I did Shaq's.
Yeah.
He was like, man, we got to get bigs and do being big.
That's
you
my
know,
boy, man.
I think that would be really dope, bro, to share the perspective because the camaraderie amongst you and him already for being in the league, being from the area, and then 2 playing the same position.
So he's a little more seasoned, but it's almost as if it's like the world is in sects, it's in gangs, it's in pockets and pockets of people. If you have this profession, anybody in that profession is automatically your peer.
Yeah,
it's automatically in your field, regardless of if you know them or not. So with us meeting each other after we've already went on our journeys, it was a mutual respect and a quick fusion based on shared experiences, right? So a lot of respect to Shaq, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Even when I met Shaq at your house, right? What was that, last year?
Yeah.
The next year, I'm coaching summer track.
He's telling
me this bitch is at summer track. I'm looking at this
man
man like, damn, G, I know you. Well, I just fucking met you.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing? I mean, I got my daughters out here, and it just from there it just grew, and locked in, and it's like that's my dog for life.
Yeah, Shaq's one of my best friends, man.
Yeah,
he's a good dude, bro. He had called me that day. He saw. He's like, man, I saw your boy Biggs at the track meet. I said, man, that's dope, man. That's dope. Because I told him before. He was like, man, I don't really know. And then when that day he had came, you know what I mean? I said, let me call Biggs.
That's crazy. I met him, and then I met him at his house at a party. We was kicking it, drinking. I'm coherent. I'm understanding, but all the people that I'm meeting, I'm seeing them for the very first time. Yeah. So if I never see him again, I won't know. Because I seen this motherfucker the next day.
Yeah, I'm like,
hey man, I know you. He already looking like, damn, I saw you last night. What's up? I'm looking like, gee, don't I know you? Because it was like the night before we had been drinking, so it was like kind of foggy. It was like, damn, where I know you from? It was like, damn, bitch, I was been drinking with you last night. Yeah, but that shit was cold, man. Shout out Shock, man, bro. Shout out to the trio. Salute to the trio.
We'll bring in part 2, man. Part 2 with the James Big and Shaq Maine Davis. My boy Shocky will do part 2, man.
Yeah,
the wide receiver podcast, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Y'all have a God bless. Y'all be very safe. I said y'all have a God bless.
Yeah,
I was gonna say y'all have a good night and God bless at the same time. I said it wrong. I hate when I say shit wrong because I stop myself.
Fix it, and
you know, most people will just keep going, but I can't. I gotta stop it and fix it right. So look, man, I'm from Ice from the What Is Yours Entertainment. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Special guest, James Big Cleveland, my bro.
Boy, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, bro. Dropping some knowledge. Just the beginning. Y'all stay tuned with us. Episode number 10 coming next week. We got a lot of special people, a lot of special guests coming in. Cooley Bully. We got my boy Low G. We got Sumate Wagala. We got wrestlers, boxers, MMA, more sports players, more entertainers, more rappers, more Conjunto, more Tejano. We got Jose Siqueira from Conjunto. Oh my God, why did I put myself on the spot? Damn. Conjunto Sensible. We got my boy Tony from Conjunto Foreplay. We got Lawrence and Bobby Torres from Conjunto. Why did I put myself on the spot again? Imposible. We got a lot of people. We got Mr. Tony Vasquez from Tony and also Mr. Juan. They're coming in from Conjunto Centelles. So we got a lot of people. Los Teyes are coming in. So we got a lot of people, man. Y'all stay in tune with us. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night. The word is yours. What y'all do with the bigs? You got anything else?
Nah, man. I'll be back, man. I appreciate you having me on your platform, bro. Hopefully I bring some type of insight for your people to enjoy. And I'll be back for sure.
Hey, man. Baytown boys in the house, man. The word is yours. What you do with it is up to you. See you next time.
No weapon, I mean especially the world. Yeah, this world belong to everybody. And I got so much more to study. You think they hate me, but I know they love me. Won't see me at the